theory, this should be working. There we go. All right. Good afternoon, everyone. Reginald here. It is Tuesday, the 28th of January, 2025. Just double checking that everything's situated properly and we can rock and roll. Looks like it. So hopefully I'm coming through on the audio here. I thought what I would do today is just talk about the heavy stubbers, investigate the heavy stubbers a little bit, and then, I don't know, I'll probably play some havoc games or maybe some other, some auric games and just sort of play around with some of Orgrid's kit today again. I'd like to also maybe look at the rumblers. What's up, Arthi? How you doing? Will I do a nightmare one for the day I get a heavy Ogren? Yeah, dude, I'm gonna do something. I should do something special for a big Ogren update if there is a big Ogren upgrade. I'm doing good, Smoku. How's your day been? I didn't sleep super great last night, but more than usual, so always funny how that works out for me. Is basically if I get something akin to 8 hours, that's actually a really good night.
Right you are. Every requested courtesy. Precisely so. I do so like a happy ship.
Requested courtesy. I think that's funny. So here's what I'm thinking. We know from testing we did last time that the heavy stubbers are actually inferior into boss damage by a little bit. It's not enough to be like the worst thing in the world, but considering the remainder of their performance is not good, we don't love them. So what I'm thinking of doing here is, first of all, making sure I've got ideal heavy twin stubbers. I do. Getting together some blessings that might be good, and just testing a couple of ranges and stuff. Oh, good. I'm glad you got a penance done. I have not been farming penances at all, so I have a huge gaps in my penances. Oh boy, a Reggie rant? Yeah, I think so. I think we're going to be seething and malding a little bit today about the... Wait, did they change the icon for this? Am I crazy? It feels like they changed the icon for this. Huh. Okay. Let's see here. So the first thing I want to do is just do it on a normal, on like my normal build here. I really feel like that's a different icon. I'd have to go check one of my own streams, but I swear that's different. Might lose my mind. Let's see. All right, so I've got two of these. This one looks like the best one. I know collateral might be a dump stat potentially, but it's, you know, and we're losing range. What does the range stat actually do? Let's just look at inspect. What is range? Hip fire recoil. Braced fire recoil, sway. Okay, so I might actually want stability more than collateral, which is just going to cause stagger. So I need to roll up a new one with inferior. Oh boy, time to go roll. They made everything smaller because some icons were clipping. Okay, well that tells you that I see. I am not crazy. I do have some form of cognitive function. I can identify something has changed. I was so tempted right there that it almost solved my problem. There it is. There it is, boys. We got it. I don't even have to farm. What do you mean? Alright, let's dump collateral. I mean, it wouldn't have changed the results of my testing earlier at all, so I don't think it matters. But we'll just get rid of the old ones since they're bad. We don't care.
It is done.
You hate change. All change bad. Only non-change good. Everything stays same. Everything good. Oh, that just rolled. I didn't even have to empower this. Oh no, it just reset my selection. Ah, God, I love this system. It's so good. I hate the UI. I hate the UI in this game. I tolerate the UI in this game. Wait. Where did my... It should be gold now, right? So there's my dump stat one. This is my new favorite. We empower. Now we hold button.
The work is complete.
Wait.
A new marvel is awoken.
Definitely, like, I would assume it's going to be something like Maniac and Black on this bad boy. So just, like, rank guesswork. And then I don't think that... Wait, what the hell? Did I get reset again? I did. My UI got reset. I was only working on one weapon, and now it's got reset again. I hate this UI. Black. Maniacs. Everbelia, sorry, his call is cooking. It's cooking something, I hear. Okay, so the obvious combo for the twin-linked heavy stubber would be what? I know Charmed Reload is fun, but it's not like the ideal blessings. Okay, so you could go for like suppression and then 2.5. Wow, what kind of combination? 20% suppression and 6% damage against suppressed enemies for every 2.5% of magazine spent during continuous fire stack size. That is so annoying. Hey, Attic Lion, how are you? Yeah, the UI in this is just terrible. And it has been the whole time I've played this game. And I tolerate it because the only part of the game I care about is the gameplay. Which is, there isn't a competitor for. Like, I've tried to find other games that are as fun to play as this game, and I can't. The only types of games that are fun to play in this, like, to the same degree of entertainment, but not to the same degree of complexity, are like PvP type shooters, like Apex Legends or like Marvel Rivals or something like that, because the entertainment is in the other players and not really in the combat. Although Marvel Rivals has relatively interesting sort of like combo setups with animation canceling and all that, but yeah, this blessing is insane. It's like what this is the other problem with the blessing design in this, Will. Like, okay, so this one you get suppression and damage while shooting continuously during continuous fire based on how many bullets you've fired, and it stacks at the 5 times. This one, you just get damage and cleave for killing something up close. Like, one of these has a much easier condition than the other. Abandoned Life, yes, this game is so fun, and it does have issues. This would be cool. See, here's the other problem with this game. Like, fundamentally, these blessings, some of these blessings are cool. Like, this blessing, Rolling Advance, oh, I get to move more for firing more. Alright, cool. That's sick. It doesn't compete with Death Spitter. Like, Death Spitter just blows it out of the water. So you have to not have blessings like Death Spitter, and then you have to buff the weapons in accordance with that. Or you have blessings like Death Spitter, and they're must picks, because the weapons are too weak. Like, that's terrible blessing design. There's just always a best one, and then there's just goofball blessings that no one cares about. And I'm sure that if you looked at the pick rates, that's exactly what you would see, right? You would see, I guess we're in the Seething and Malding of the section already, so we've gotten started strong. We already know that the blessing pool is trash, and it has the same problem as the other blessing pools, which is, hey, look, here's a bunch of cool blessings, but there's only 2 good ones, because they're the only ones that actually buff the weapon. And the weapon is underpowered, so it needs buffs immediately, because it needs to have headroom for the buffs to buff the weapon. Stupid design. And I say that with full force. That's not the way you should do this. If you want to have damage blessings, then they're going to be the only picks. And I bet if you go look at the stats, which I cannot do, but I bet if you go look at the stats, that's what everybody else thinks too. I think Blaze Away is better than Fire Frenzy, because close damage and strength is better because you get cleave, right? So that's going to be the better choice.
I trust you are pleased, Violet.
Hey, Gamorka, how are ya? Expert Sword, yes, I agree it'd be cool if Ogrins could, like, pick up things and do wrestling animations or whatever, or swing enemies around. That would require, presumably, some coding overhead, and also, on top of... So, like, one of the things you have to understand about this game, and I'll show you real quick, I can actually show you this pretty quickly, since we gotta go to the Psychonium anyway. In this game, there are first-person animations and third-person animations, and they're not the same animations, so you would need a new set of first-person animations for all the throwing, on top of possibly the third-person animations. This time I remember you, Gamorka, because last time we were talking, you mentioned, I mentioned that I was bad at remembering individual names, but I'm good at pictures. But now I know who it is, because I saw you the other day in Claysthetics stream when I dropped by to say hello. So, see, I managed to put it together. My memory isn't too bad. Alright, so first things first, let's grab the new stubber that is our new favorite stubber. Our new favorited stubber. This is the Ackless, and I'm just going to show you real quick. So if I pause my game, okay, and I go into third-person camera, am I paused? No, I'm slowed. Alright, hold on. I gotta do this like this. Okay. If I... See, I've got arms here. And if I unpause, you'll see my character model is actually slightly back further and looking the other way. See? So I've actually got a different first-person model than I have other model. So that's a big part of this, actually. Let's see, let's speed it back up. There we go. Okay. So, please speed up. Oh, the animation for reloading was so slow, I thought the game was actually running slower. Like, unironically, this is so slow, I thought I was still in slow motion. So maybe that's something we could improve, is just like, let's give them like a reload speed that's reasonable. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe we just let them be slow reloaders, but then have like really high damage. I want to share Night Power Claw and make special attack on the enemy that throws a grab on kill. Yeah, I would love that too. Overgunners have jank mechanics. I think I demonstrated that the other day with the short, where you can just walk up to them and they just will stop shooting at a certain distance and sort of like bang their guns and not do anything. It's really funny. I like that I remember this. Yeah, well, I gotta have... my memory operates on chain-related events. Is this the most damage you can get out of this gun? Real talk. Okay, hang on. 100 damage. 100 damage. I don't think it has a faster reload speed than this, but it does feel faster. I don't know, I have to try it. That wasn't god-awful. I mean, like, genuinely speaking. Hang on a second. Did my aim point just, like, wildly reset to the right? I'm aiming at the ground. Oh, because I'm pulling my shot. Okay, well, hang on. That's 1200 DPS. Here's a question for you. What's the... See that right? 46 unarmored damage. Wait, why did he take only 7? Oh, arm shot, that's why.
Conspiracy abounds in the upper spires. Who then, I wonder?
Okay, yeah, that is the question. Okay, so... I don't know. That didn't seem that much faster. Just throw that out there. Just plausibly speaking. Let's see. That's not 2 shots from my 50 caliber machine gun is not enough to kill a grunner. That drives me up a wall. Okay, how many dudes can I shoot through? It's like didn't move at all. So that was 4 dudes got shoved back by that hit. So you can get pretty reasonable cleave here once you get some Death Spitter up. Like 5 guys, I think. Okay, so the cleave is decent once you get Death Spitter. Like... Good morning, Selig. What about all the time I spent in this Iconium? Different properties on single fire that were brace fire? Don't think so.
I hear whispers in my mind.
91-3.
Xenos whispers. The sword and the crescent beneath the
The actual stats card. I spent quite a lot of time, by the way, working on the cleavers. After that video on the cleavers, I built a whole set of sheets to show off. Do I care about Chug's size? He's the tallest max size Ogren possible, because of course he is. But what do you mean? Why is this showing wrong? What is... Oh, what? Oh, yeah, okay, that's fine. Okay. Hang on. Let's go to the attack breakdowns. And let's look at the damage. Primary action, secondary action. So these have the same base stats. Increase accuracy and stability. Does this actually have increased accuracy and stability, though? Like, that's a genuine question. So, like, we can put that to the test a little bit. I don't have, like, mods for this, but I know that people do. We can just kind of look. I'm kind of, from all appearances, hitting kind of all over this column. Okay. Oh, what's the optimal size? I don't care. I play the game in a way that is intended to be cinematic, which is why I don't use a ton of mods for, like, my UI, aside from a couple of numeric ones and stuff. I don't like having health bars on, stuff like that. I like the cinema of it. I think it's part of the experience, but I do care a lot about balance. So I also don't worry. Like, I have max size, and I don't worry. Like, there might be an optimal size to choose, but it doesn't matter. People will complain about getting shot a lot as Ogren, but that's just because he's a big target. So I don't worry about that either, because when I'm playing as Ogren, I just use big walls. Like, I don't consider anything cover unless it's way bigger than me, right? So that's how I play Ogren. Okay, so I was right about here, and I shot it all over the column, and... yeah, that's definitely a tighter spread. So if you brace fire, this thing's not terrible. That's reasonable. What's the distance on this? 16 meters. Not great, but... What's like 20 meter range on a trapper? Yeah, I mean, okay. Jesus Christ. Oh yeah, you can do that, can't you? Because you can kind of like... Hang on, I think it's this one. Oops. Yeah, so it's actually quite funny. Some of the characters do benefit from being taller, and some of the characters benefit from being smaller. So, like, Veteran benefits from being smaller because he can take cover more easily.
rot always goes deeper than anyone thinks. Did you know that?
It's a weird spread of damage. It's like, sometimes it's like 400 damage, and sometimes it's like... It might be just addition. Limb shots do, like, asinine amounts of damage. Let's put that theory to the test. Is the laser beam when crouched? We'll put a sniper at 50 meters only. And we'll see if it's a laser beam when crouched. Because, like, my main issue with them is they're inaccurate, and they are also... Let's see, 30 meters. They're inaccurate. No, I'll need to go further. 50 meters. There you go. Yeah, it's pretty good. That's being good. I think that's decent, actually. I would have expected not to hit any of that. Okay, so Atlas Stubbers is decent when crouching, when moving. Honestly, though, let's get rid of crouch. Like, quick buff idea, alright? Quick buff idea. We get rid of needing to crouch hit targets at long ranges on Ogren. Why? He's so big, he should just be stable. That's my take. And I know you can say, oh, well, other characters can do the same thing, and, like, that's fine, but I don't want to play Ogren like other characters. I want Ogren to be, like, a moving wall, right? But it does appear to increase the accuracy quite a bit. Let's look at a 100-meter shot. I don't know if I can ping that. Hang on. I have to actually get closer to ping it when they're up there, if I can even do it. Sometimes they bug out, and I can't ping their origin, because that's how pings work, I think. Come on. That's going to be too close. Can I ping you? Hang on. Please let me ping you. Maybe up there? No. Okay. Alright, you know what we'll do? We'll set them there. We'll do one of these. Oh, that's considered a border. What the hell? That's a new problem. That's genuinely a new problem. I've not run into this yet. When did this happen? Well, one sec. Well, I think I know how to solve this problem.
They come in their thousands, their millions. The war
Fly over
quickens.
to the other dome. So, okay. That should let me ping farther. Yes, it does. 68 meters. Should double the damage and 1/3 of the ammo count to make it a powerhouse, so you have to be careful with. I don't hate that idea. Like, genuinely. Snipers do abuse wonky cover, and I don't know what to do about that one, but can't ping him. He's having trouble getting to max distance. Like, 100 meters is about as far as most guns shoot in this game, actually, by the way, which is funny, because, like, 100 meters in real life is, like, 1/3 of your maximum engagement zone. Yeah, this is the tutorial zone. It's just over here. You can just go here. I would love to see the Ogren get a new infrared. I would love to see the Ogren get a new weapon family. 100%. Like, more than the Stubbers. Like, I know they're very different performance-wise, but it's still not what we wanted. And I get that. I agree. Okay, so 100 meters. We'll go to 99, because sometimes weapons literally just disappear at 100 meters. Like, the shotguns, literally, their bullets just disappear. I mean, it did decent damage at that distance, right? That's not bad. Yeah, Smoku is right. Ogren is the heavy weapons platform. Like, he shouldn't have these recoil problems. Ogren needs new DNA more than anything. He needs a new tree, but I'm not, like, someone else will have to make a better tree. I'm not going to do a good job. And I know I'm not going to do a good job. Like, if someone presents me a tree, I can critique the things that I think are bad or the things that I think are good. But I just know for a fact that I'm not well situated to provide good information. Because look, I'm like an 81 level Ogren. Like, why would I take on the burden of doing something only to do a bad job and make everyone disappointed? So, if someone presents me a sheet to look at, I will provide my earnest feedback on what I think is good. I will test it and try to make my best judgments. But I'm not going to be the one taking that challenge on. I'm going to work on his weapons because I know I can do a good job on weapons. And that would be, like, the priority for me. So, okay, so we're, like... Wait a second, did I not crouch last time? Hang on, we're, like, at, like, 92 meters here. It's definitely luck-based, but the spread is still tight enough that you can do that. I think that's fairly reasonable performance for this kind of gun. This drives me up a wall. I don't think I should be so inaccurate. This is more reasonable. So, okay, let's just do whatever the crouch override is on the heavy stubber. Let's make that the default performance on the heavy stubber. Because, like, this is way too few hits relative to things, but the crouching is fine. I gotta go back because I'm out of ammo. I should have brought an ammo crate. Next time I will. Aged Gouda says, hey, Reg, I'm joining late. Do the twin link stubbers at least do more monster damage than the single barrel stubbers? They do not. We tested that in a live stream a week and a half ago before I ran my Gunlugger Ogren into the 4-stack Ogren game. And in Havoc 40, at least, the Atlas Twin Link Stubber is inferior to the Quark Single Stubber, which is, and both of those two are the light stubbers are the best stubbers because they stack burn fastest, and those two stubbers are actually the best. So if you want, so it's actually the case that this heavy stubbers, the Twin Link heavy stubbers, are inferior in performance to the heavy stubbers and boss damage killers. Everything he does is unwieldy. Well, it's fine if everything he does is unwieldy, but he should be stable because he's so big. Like, he's just a chunk of mass, and he's walking around with a gun that a human can technically, if he's large, carry around and fire. So, I don't know. Grenade launcher would make immense sense to be a shield variant. I agree. I want to... So, one of the things I'm going to do in the coming weeks, I'm very busy lately, because I've got a lot of Marvel Rivals stuff I'm also working on, but one of the things I'm going to do is theory craft a bunch of shield side grades. One of them is going to be the Gauntlet, one of them is going to be the Cleaver, one is going to be the Power Maul. I'm going to actually provide, like, move sets and all kinds of stuff. That's mostly going to be entertainment, but it'd be handy if I could do a little bit more than just entertainment. Why am I not jumping? Oh, that's right. This is my dodge key. I literally am just, like, losing my mind now because I've got different keybinds. Malkazar says that they think they need to rethink they want Ogre to be. Yeah, CC, impact, and suppression. Those are all nice secondary benefits, I agree, and they're not good enough compared to killing. He has to kill stuff where he sucks. It's just that simple. What they should do with him is really simple, right? It's really simple. Instead of making him be like, oh, I did some CC, oh man, they should be like, he does a lot of CC, and he swings really slow, but he hits like an enormous truck. So you're always getting the reward for how slow and clunky he is. That should be the obvious thing. It's even, like, yeah, give the Ogre a dueling sword. The toothpick. I mean, it's the most powerful weapon in the game. I don't know what you want me to tell you. Okay, so I think we're doing some shooting like this. So, like, if I have dudes spread out like this and I crouch, that's reasonable performance. I would take this performance as the default performance. He needs a Melta. Everybody needs Melta. He needs a multi-Melta is what he needs. I also think that the amount of killing I'm doing here is really abysmal. Like, what is this 94 damage shit that I'm seeing? Like, lots of damage to limbs going on. Maybe we could look at his limb damage. Like, board? Yeah, that's probably a big reason why this doesn't feel good to shoot, because it's inaccurate and it does piss all damage to limb shots. I bet that's a huge part of... Yeah, that's a huge part of the reason why he doesn't feel good. All right, so I'm gonna write a list in chat real quick. So I'm thinking 1, crouched aim is now default braced aim. 2, limb damage is just body shot damage. I think it's the only way to make this not suck ass. I know he doesn't probably have good headshot damage. Oh my god, I missed. 355. Yeah. I know it's going to be mostly random with Ogre. No, that's trash. What the fuck is that? Wait. What the fuck did I just see? $118. That was a limb shot, I think. Shoot him in the back. 91 damage. Christ, that's so gross. 118. Okay, I was crazy. The headshot damage is real. That's piss. What is this? I don't care if he has 400 bullets and shoots super fast. Like, where's my damage? Yeah, it was 60 bullets to kill a handful of scab gunners. Or shooters. Shooters, not even gunners, just shooters. Like, what's that? That was a third of my magazine on a single scab gunner. No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't know how to count. Hold on. How much? I got 131 shots. It took me 19 shots to kill the gunner at 8 meters. That's piss. That's piss. That's garbage. That's trash. I don't give a shit about that. And that's why I don't like this gun, because like let's just look at just alternative weapon, right? So this is from my gunlugger, my stupid gunlugger variant version. What the hell? Oh, we're sorted differently. Hang on. This is my default Grork, okay? 3 bullets. Feels good. One of those was really strong. 2 shots. Like, let's do that as a percentage. Hold on. Let me get a calculator out. Okay, so I said 19 shots out of 139. So I take 19 shots and I divide that by 139 shots. So it is to kill a scab gunner. Scab gunner is 13.66% of a Atlas magazine. Okay. Give me 1 second, gentlemen. And it takes me 2 shots if I don't miss like an idiot out of 40. So I take my 40, I take my 2 shots and I divide that by 40. And that takes me, what's that? I gotta multiply that by 100. My brain cannot do the conversion on hand. 5%. 5% of 4. There you go. Like, we can buff the stubber by however much it takes to make the ammo efficiency the same. At the very minimum, we can do that, right? There's no way we can't do that. Like, if it takes me 13% of the magazine to kill a scab gunner, and it only takes me 5 on this gun, then just make it take 5 on the other gun, and it will still be balanced. Like, that's a 1-to-1 comparison, dead easy, right? No problem. Like, maybe if I try to do, like, nothing but headshots. Let's try to do nothing but headshots. I'm sorry, I gotta catch up to chat here. Sorry. LMG game rot balance. Yo, dude, LMGs in video games piss me the hell off. This thing is a 50 caliber machine gun. Just make it do boatloads of damage and then balance it on ammo. I agree. Make all the stubber shots count as weak spot hit. Make the damage insane on these things. It's supposed to be a strength 4 weapon in lore, and I'm shooting toughness 3 dudes in flak armor. They should be getting just trashed. The shield. So Twitch says that you've been having fun with my build for lately, and I'm glad you're having fun with it. It lacks in answers for bosses and crushers. It's okay into crushers. It's not very strong, but it's not literal garbage. But it's going to be. But when you're dealing with havoc crushers, they have a kind of long time to kill anyway, so it's just like kind of mid, which is good enough when you're Ogren because you can just shove them and keep them pinned down or rush them down, and so that's why it's strong enough. Bosses, it does lack an option into though. It's going to mostly rely on bleed damage into bosses, which is okay, but it's not going to be amazing in Havoc bosses. It's actually fine in Auric. That's the thing, but I don't care about Auric. If Stagger was a trade-off for damage, no one would ever choose Stagger. That's correct. Malkazar, that is correct. I agree, Polyzonial. Ogren's toughness regen shouldn't get blocked by nearby enemies. That is exactly what I think. It should be a perk, or maybe it should be a default blessing as part of the tree that gives you that. So, interesting story, Berserker, and we have to talk about this because I don't know what to do precisely. So you're talking about giving Ogren 50% range damage resist, but he already has 20% damage resist base in his class. So, yeah, he does. So it's like, what, you're going to give him another 50, you're going to give him 50% to ranged instead. I mean, I'm open to that conversation. I just was not sure it's why FNP feels so good on him, because it makes him tanky into range, by the way. He has only one way to regen toughness. I agree, Infrared, and he needs more interesting ways to regen toughness so that he's more variable. Polyzonial is right, by the way. Guns with higher mass have lower recoil impulse. So this gun being 2 stubbers put together would actually, and firing each barrel individually, would have lower recoil than the same weapon only with 1 barrel. Now you'd have to handle the recoil, like the paired up recoil inputs, and you could get a crossed over sine wave lineup where the recoil impulse for 1 barrel firing lines up with the recoil impulse for another one, increasing it. So you could actually end up with more recoil. But there's a whole like, you can go on Forgotten Weapons. There's this guy who basically designed his gun to do the opposite of that and always hit the bottom of the sine wave for recoil impulse, so that once you start firing, it's super easy. Yeah, and Ogren's got a lot of TDR. It's just he needs he needs other ways to be survivable other than hitting enemies in melee combat. Because that's a big part of his problem, is that if there's nothing around and he's out in the open like this, he doesn't really have anything other than doing the brace toughness regen thing, which is kind of strong, but still. So he gets caught out and then he's screwed, right? And he's more screwed than other classes, which feels wrong. Okay, so we're gonna do all headshots. Ready? 1. Wait, did I miss a shot because it double fired? I think I did. Hang on, we got to do this like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay. That says 11, but don't I have 130? Did I like... Hold on, I got to reload. I want to make sure my count lines up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yep, that's the correct number. I'm gonna try and do with full auto, because I have Blaze Away here. That was worse because I hit more body shots. So okay, 11 is probably my best case scenario here. To be able to break out our shields and dogs without help. So I think I had a conversations like this with you guys at the end of one of my streams. And so my initial thinking was like, we don't do something like that because, hey, look, it would break the game. But I'm going to pose something on the table. He has fundamentally bad dodges that allow him to get frame capped by trapper nets and dogs. Like, he can't escape them sometimes. He just literally cannot escape them in situations where other players would be able to escape them without any trouble. So if that's the case, and a game-ending event is happening to the Ogryn, consistently, multiple times per game, then he needs a game-ending override. And so he has to be able to break out of dogs some number of times per game, or some event-based thing during a game. Like, he just has to, because it's a game-ending event to get trappered or to get dogged. Like, it is. It just ends the game. You can say it doesn't end the game because, like, you can get rescued, but that relies on your team rescuing you before you take too much damage and get downed or killed. And we all know that in high difficulty, the frequency at which you get trappered and into a flamer and then instantly down is like really high, right? So it's a game-ending event most of the time to get trappered in a bad situation, which is when it happens most often because you're already trying to dodge other stuff. So it has to have a free escape. There's no other way to balance that as Ogryn if you're going to keep the bad dodges, or you have to fix the bad dodges. It's one or the other, right? If you want to keep the identity of bad dodges, slow big fat man, you have to have the alternative be I'm going to escape now. Elephant and the Rider, hello. Let's see, let me catch up. Honestly, it's a shame you can't get yellow toughness himself. Yeah, I mean, taunts could maybe do yellow toughness or do something else. Like, I've heard a proposal from some people that maybe he could do something different, like a red toughness, which would have some other kind of effect. And I think that could be really cool, like basically like a berserker mode for him and his team, or for him, or something like that. I don't know what that would be, right? But like, cool concept. Not sure if that will ever get proposed. Okay, so I had 11 shots out of 139. So let's just see. Ideal outcome. Ideal outcome is 7.9% ammo efficiency into headshots on the TL Stubber, which is... Good luck. Good luck. I doubt I could do that if I tried at any reasonable distance. Hang on. 1. Nope, missed the first shot. Look at that. Yeah. No, never happening. Never, ever happening. What's up, Chaffee? Sound overloading is really hard. Yeah, I'm sure their audio engine is struggling with the number of enemies they put in the game. Like, what else could it be? Because it used to work okay, and now it doesn't work so good. And one of the big problems is some enemies are, like, so loud, they override other enemies you need to hear. I don't know. It's tough to balance. So you can hear Ogryn cheeks clap to better relay the power fantasy that the players want. That's good. I like that. Yeah, he does. So he gets stuck. So for those of you who haven't watched it, go watch my Buff the Ogryn video. I addressed some of these things there, but I will just show you. So I'm surrounded by dudes, all right? Can't move. Can't do anything. Yeah, that's not good. I'm trapped on poxwalkers that are like an 1/8 my size and an 1/8 my toughness, my weight class. So not only do you get frame trapped in dodges because your dodge actually doesn't have linger, and so it's short, but you also can just like run into a Poxwalker and you're stuck. Just like every other class, mind you, but you're way bigger, so you dodge less well. And then there's also like, I got stuck on like this little table. Like, look at this. Look at this. I can't dodge through this even though I'm enormous. Okay, fine, but you can't see it half the time when you're ogre. And look, I can even like walk over it in some way, in some situations. Like, also, if we're gonna have a heavy stubber, like it doesn't do enough damage. This should be. I should have destroyed these guys way faster. Yeah, he needs Slayer's Barge immediately, 100%. Which is what I proposed in that video, by the way. He needs Slayer's Barge. Okay, so 10 meters. We're going to use 10 meters as our benchmark because this thing has terrible aim. And I'm going to try to fire like the neck to maximize hit. And I'm going to crouch to maximize accuracy. So we're going to fire. We're actually going to fire his chin. We're just going to count up. We're going to get a percentage here. Pull your shots. Oh, he leaned away. Okay. What did I get? 104. Okay, so from 104 divided by, wait, no, how would I do that? I would take 104. I'm just going to subtract because that'll give me the same number. 35 shots. So I have 35 shots to divide that by 139. That gets me 25% of my magazine per Reaper kill at 10 meters. Yeah, they do still block you. If you knock them over, they'll still block you. So if I just like shove them all over, I'm stuck on this. I can't move. Which is disgusting. That's disgusting. That's just insane. Well, he does. If you take, so Joshua, I've tested this actually. If you take batter off, his melee damage goes into the tank on a half of his weapons. It's just garbage. The cleavers are a perfect example of this. But what's interesting though is I've also tested this. If you take a weapon like the pickaxe that has really good single multi-target damage, and you put batter on it, you see a noticeable decline in bleed damage across your game. So it's inversely proportional in advantage. So the more shitty your weapons are, the more value you get out of batter. But the better your weapons are, the less value you get out of batter. So all you have to do is if you buff his melee damage, his batter value is going to go down. You don't have to even touch the number of stacks that it does. It's just fine, right? So that would be 100%. You don't have to change this at all. You can just buff his weapons, and then he will not have, and then you don't have to worry about it. It will be fine. He will remain at balanced essentially, and it will just be a utility blessing, and that's fine. Okay, so we're gonna take the same weapon. We're gonna fire here, 10 meters. Okay, ready? 10 meters. We're gonna fire at the same spot. 33 out of 40. Seven. There you go. So this weapon is 25% per Reaper in the twin and 17 into the single stubber. There you go. Like that's how much worse this weapon is. So we can just like look at those numbers. I didn't write them down anywhere. So I'll have to go back in my own chat and find them, I guess. But like if we just buffed these guns so that they matched the single stubbers, they would still be balanced and they would not suck. No Ogren gun should have 0 armor pen. All the bullets should be beefy enough to do at least 50% damage. I don't see why this would. I guess it does have some pen. Look at this. Not bad, I guess. Literally Peril overload so loud. Dude, Gamorka, I played a game where I just blew myself up all game, and I eventually had to turn Peril's sound down because it has its own sound slider. It was so loud. Yeah, he really needs Barge. And I've said as much. I mean, I made a whole video where that was like the first thing I said is like, let's give him Barge. Or I think I quoted it as being Saltspire's ability, but I'm pretty sure that I got that out of Chaos Waste because you can get it. Not bad, Copium. What's not bad? Holy shit. The accuracy on this. Just let's increase the accuracy overall on these guns. Like, why? Why not? I'm only 15 meters away from him. There's absolutely no reason I shouldn't be hitting anything. Staff Psycher's super fun. Infrared, I've been doing the same thing. 1 full magazine for Crusher. Well, I mean, you have to consider not bad compared to, like, literally just bouncing off the armor. Like, that's 68 damage. Just for the record, I just shot a Carapace Ogre in the head, and... Not that one. That one won't tell me anything. Hold on. So, 68 damage for a Carapace Ogre. Dang it. Dang it. 1 sec. There. Unarmored leg shot, 148. Okay. So, infested leg shot, 74. So I'm doing as much damage to legs on infested enemies as I am to Crusher heads. About 34. Okay. So, still... Compare that, if we try that with like an autogun without any rending, like you're going to see a very similar result. Another thing we can do is, this build should have it. Give me just a second, I gotta kill the elite. Faster to kill Gunner, but whatever. Come here. I hate bulwarks. Okay, so I've got rending now. I'm not saying this is amazing, but if we're talking about the fact that the weapon has some armor pen, it has some armor pen. It doesn't literally just bounce off. You just dived into mods because of Loudcur. I just turned mine on. I haven't had any problems. Some dumb scrub. No, I don't. I use simple mods, but yeah, usually the one that breaks is actually numeric UI, by the way. Yeah, the more you shoot, maybe it gets better. The more something. I'm using the Atlas too, so let's try the other one. Let's just like take a look. I'm gonna go through my whole testing set on these two probably and just like try to figure it out. But I want to compare it to an autogun at some point, so I'll take some screenshots. What was that delay? Hold on, what the hell? There's about a 0.5-second delay from when I pull the trigger to when this thing starts shooting. Why? That's so abysmal. That's so abysmal. That's not good. That doesn't feel good. This, Jesus Christ, it's so nasty. So nasty. That's like a literal delay. Is that on the Atlas too? That didn't swap. Oh, I have to hit equip? Just let me double click. What is this? Like the 1900s? No, there's no delay on this one. There's no delay on this one, but there is a delay on the Krork. Okay. No, it gave me the wrong weapon again. Stop doing that. Let's try the Gorgonum. Oh, nasty. Ew. Ew. That's gross, dude. What the fuck is this? Here, I don't know if you can hear this, but like, listen to this sound. That's how long the delay is. That is actually, unironically, like a split second. That's like 50%. That's like half a second before it starts shooting. Probably. Oh my god. Do Shredder Auto Pistol have more damage? We're gonna have to find that one out. We're gonna have to find out. Let's, like, what if we just go look at the stats real quick? Hang on. We'll go look at the Atlas. We'll look at the Atlas because that's gonna be the fairest comparison possible. All right. Inspect. Attack breakdown. All right, I got a screenshot. I'm gonna grab a screenshot of this. Yoink. Wait, I'll just do the whole thing real quick because that'll be. I'll use it for later. I'll use it for when I do my modifications. Okay, so I got a screenshot. Maybe my auto fire mod messes with something. Well, it's turned off for this, so that shouldn't be the case. Like you can see, it's disabled in the right-hand corner. But I'll try. I'll test. I mean, I can probably disable the mod altogether, but It is enabled right now. Here, okay, I got it disabled. Nope. Identical feeling. Well, I don't know. Hold on. Nope, still really long. Yep. No, that's awful. I bet I could go open up the code and find out what the delay is. I bet it's right there. Aggo single stubber does gorgeous things in 2 carapace. I'm averaging 5 shots in a crush right now. The single heavy stubber does gorgeous things in carapace. You can get that down to about 3, I think. So I can show you. I should have one built for that. Just let me show you real quick. The single stubber. Now, I don't use this for carapace because I don't care about shooting carapace. Like, genuinely. Why would I care? But I have an Atlas right here. This doesn't even have carapace on it, but hold on. So that's 3, and I'm not using carapace. And I don't have rending set up. So if I kill this guy real quick, looks like it'll still be 3. Yeah. I wonder if this would feel like... Hang on. There. Okay, so it's set up. Let's try it. Yeah, that is kind of nice. That's a good point, Berserker. Open bolt delay. I mean, they could be open bolt guns. You could be right, Twitch. That is how it feels. It is like an open bolt gun. I don't think it's open bolt though. Hey, living zombie, how are ya? We're seething and malding about Ogren guns right now. We want them to become good, and they are not. Okay, let's go look at the auto pistol real quick. I'll grab. I think I've got a good one here, so we'll just go look at my inventory. Still. Shredder, right, is the auto pistol name. Okay, inspect. Attack breakdowns. It is actually stronger than the auto pistol, gentlemen. Hey, Big Bones, how you doing? Attack patterns. Yeah, okay, so it's 73 to the body versus 261 on the twin-linked... Oh, wait, no, that's the... It didn't swap. It didn't swap. Hang on, boys. We gotta go back to Ogren. It didn't swap when I went to the inventory. It did that thing it does. This is Gorgonum that I'm looking at, so hang on. Work Atlas. Inspect. See, look at that. It's doing that stupid bug. Please update. Thank you. Alright, here we go. Okay, so the actual value is 1.5. Yeah. Auto pistol. Both of these weapons can get blaze away and something akin to powder burn. So, like, they should have the same scaling, roughly. Okay. You guys can't see the other one, but that's okay. I'll just read it to you. So, unarmored is 145 to body. Infested is 145. Flak armored is 66, so not far away. Unyielding is 99, so again, not that far away. Carapace armored is 13 versus 1. And Maniac is 132 versus 116. Wait. No, the auto pistol is dog water. I mean, it's usable in like a very limited set of conditions. It's decent into maniacs, and you can get enough damage out of it to be useful into hordes, and that's about all it does. So, what's the ROF? Let's see. Rate of fire on the... Oh my god, yeah, actually it might be worse. So the rate of fire on the heavy stubber is 10.75 per second, whereas it is 13.33 on the auto pistol. So you might... I don't know if that's going to be enough, though, because you'd have to double... You'd have to triple... You have to double these numbers. Yeah, you have to double these numbers. So you'd have to be at like 20 if you wanted this to be competitive. I don't know if it did, but it still says it's got a good maniac damage, and it still feels good into maniacs. I guess 2 pistol rounds are equal to 150 caliber round. Yeah, thereabouts. That doesn't make much sense, does it? Drives me up a wall. It also drives you up a wall that the Atlas like heavy stubber. Let's go look at an autogun real quick. Not the vigilance. Rare stubber delivery. You got off early, Jinxer. Congratulations. How are ya? Catch my stream this time, I guess. We're hanging out doing some seething about Stubbers. At least it isn't the auto pistol. Okay, so we would want to compare to the now Vrax. I should have a good one of these, but maybe I only have a good one on my vent. It won't be like a god tier rolled one because I haven't bothered to update it since the patch, but it'll still be like really good. So it'll be close enough. Heavy, last pistol, double barrel, combat shotguns, gold pistols. I should sell all these. I should sell my grays. Hang on. I'm just going to sell my grays. Anything below 480 can just go in the trash. Whatever it is, I'll re-roll it again someday. Gonna take a power nap and do some bar? Well, I hope you have a fun time. I will probably not be able to join you this afternoon for bar. That's more of a nighttime game for me. There, Brax. Okay. This will not have a stats debuff effect, so I don't care about the ammo stat too much. Although I've got some really funny ones. Here we go. This one's good. We can just run this one. Look at that. Okay, so we'll inspect this bad boy, and we'll look at the data, and we'll compare. So the Vrax, which is the lightest one, is it 22? No, it's a 9mm for sure. It's like a quadruple stacked magazine. Haven't you looked at it? I'll show you. It's crazy. Compared to the brace. Okay, we can compare to a braced. I should have a good braced. Hang on. That's a good point though. It is really like more of a braced gun. So we'll look at the braced. Braced Garaya would be the right pick. Also my favorite braced gun because it's stupid and really funny. Okay, so actually, this is hysterical. This is hysterical. Hey Jack, how are you? We've got 130 damage, so we are 15 damage less than the heavy stubber. The infested damage is 145, so it's better than this, even on headshots. The flak damage is 23 better on this gun. The braced autogun has better flak damage than the heavy stubber. That's silly. That's silly. Unyielding is better on the braced autogun. Carapace damage is worse. Maniac damage is slightly better on the heavy stubber. Slightly. And the rate of fire is 1 per second better than the heavy stubber, for the record. With a shorter reload time, same stamina, worse dodges on the heavy. 59 round magazine, so you're going to get more fire time. You're going to get more trigger time on the heavy stubber. But that doesn't really matter to me. Because when I need something to die, I need it to die now. I don't need it to die in half a magazine later. And this is arguably like one of the more inferior weapons in the game, right? Like this gun we're looking at is definitely like an inferior choice to anything else. So like if we were to look at this gun as, I think what we got here. I'm gonna pull up the other screenshot real quick too, because I've got the Gorgonum open, so I can look at that at the same time under screenshots. There's my Gorky boy. There he is, looking good. Okay, so that, and then I want this one. This is the so I've got all my stubbers in the open. Come on, go to the right place, Windows. You would actually use the same blessings probably, which is like Death Spitter and Fire Frenzy, which is very similar to Death Spitter and like Blazing. It's like the same blessing pool. So like, it doesn't really matter is kind of the point that I'm getting at. So this one is the inferior one. This is the middle tier one. So we want to use the heaviest braced autogun to look at. So we'll just swap. My damage is bad on this one. Where's a good one? Do I have a good one? Yeah, maybe. can tell how much I cared about using these. 75, 71. This one's at 78. This is the one I'll use. Hang on. We'll select this. We'll hit the mark. We'll change the mark to the correct mark. We're going to use the Agrippina. We'll inspect. Didn't swap. Hang on. Please swap. The Grabrace Scrya autogun is so bad, but it's really fun to run on Zealot. Like, really fun. Because you can get so much attack speed on it. Not the damage versus suppressed. I don't think you would run damage versus suppressed. Like, I know it suppresses, but you probably want the... But you have got 2 blessings, Fire Frenzy and Death Spitter, that give you plus... That give you really easy conditions. And it's just killing stuff in close range. So that's usually what I run. I mean, I might be wrong about that. I'm not a braced autogun guy. Or do you mean... yeah, I wouldn't run... I would run Blaze Away on a brace. If I want to get maximum damage, I'd run Blaze Away on the Stubbers. Okay. So the heavy braced autogun, for the record, has the same or better infested and unarmored damage, way better flak damage, way better unyielding damage, similar carapace damage, better maniac damage than the light Stubber. So the normal human rifle is doing more damage than the 50 caliber twin-linked heavy Stubber. So that's deranged. At a very minimum, like, I would expect the heavy Stubbers to just, like, fire slower and do heavier damage, right? Even if they're going to be, like, machine gunny, like, having them be, like, such blaze sticks that don't actually hit anything and don't really do anything. I'm more of an ass hot rifle kind of guy, you know, an assault rifle kind of guy, as opposed to a breast autogun kind of guy. Are we making the right joke here, Gamorka? I think I'm making the right joke. Let's take a look. So the Gorgonum is 261 for unarmored. Infested is 210. Flak armored is 178, so we're in competition. Unyielding is actually a little worse at 143, so we're losing the competition. And Maniac is 238. So the Gorgonum does have better firepower than the braced human one, but not by so much as to be desirable, and its accuracy leaves a lot to be desired. So let's go play with that real quick in the Psychonium. So we'll just go right to the shooting range and play with the Gorgonum and see how we feel about it. I have the Atlas equipped, so we'll fix that. Swap over to the Gorgy boy. Let's see if it lets me. They gave the brace raking fire. They would be super good. I wish they gave them raking fire. It'd be way more fun if they did. Okay, so let's check the ammo efficiency of this real quick. So that was the first problem we had, was 1. God, it's so gross. Did I miss a shot? I can't even tell. The delay. The delay. 1, 2, 3. One of the shots missed. One of the shots just missed, dude. I didn't do that. Like, it just... He flinched a little and it just whiffed. 1, 2. Again, it went through his backpack. Is that not a hit zone? I mean, I guess it shouldn't be, but, like, the fact that he flinches so hard. Maybe if I use braced. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think that was 5, 6. Well, it's required to be 5, 6. I can't shoot less, right? I'm using numeric UI. That's my entire UI mod. I use that, and I use dodge counter because I like this better than numeric UI. So I turned off numeric UI's dodges because I just like this, the way it looks. Because the game is meant to be cinema. Okay, so how is the braced autogun with the Vet's Executioner stance? I haven't tried it in so long, I couldn't tell you. I think it's okay, but you use it more in a close combat capacity than like a long-range combat capacity, and I think it's just like kind of fine. But it makes you wonder why you're not using the like typical assault autoguns. Okay, so I fired 2, 4, 6 times. I have 82 shots. So I have 82 shots. 6 divided by 82. That is 7.3% efficiency into gunners on Gorgonum. Yeah, numeric UI got updated. I at least it's not crashing my game anymore. So I mean, I'm using it. You can see my numbers on my bottom, right by my health pool. Right there, they are. That's not good. That doesn't feel good. Let's just try just for comparison's sake. Well, I mean, we already know the number is 5%. So the heaviest Stubbers efficiency into a medium tier, like a light elite medium enemy with black armor, is actually worse than the light heavy single heavy Stubber. Like that doesn't make sense.
Is nowhere to be seen. I wonder why.
Okay, I mean, I did that from a full mag, so I'm down to 76. So what is that? And that's just body shots, but 82, 76. Can't do that in my head for some reason. 6. Okay, so it's the same number of shots, so it's still 7.3% efficiency. I mean, it's like tolerable, but then you have to think about like, okay, where am I? I'm at 20 meters. That's like a really reasonable distance. It took me an extra... what? 82. It took me 12 shots. Because of the accuracy on this thing being so abysmal, right? The accuracy is literally trash. Even crouching, that was pretty abysmal. I'm like missing a lot of shots. So I'll take that. I'll divide that by 82. And that gives me 14%, 0.6%. Yeah. Like, I think that alone is like the problem, right? If we just get rid of the accuracy debuff on these guns, they might be acceptable. If we're not going to get rid of the accuracy on these guns, like, they need to be guns. Like, let's just start there. These are guns. They need to be guns. If we're going to say that they're braced auto guns and they need to be less accurate, then they need to do more damage instead. And they probably just need to do more damage. Like, we know from the ACK list that the damage is so inferior and the accuracy is so bad, and that they can get a damage buff and still get an accuracy buff and still be probably mid-tier picks. So, like, if we just buff these enough that they're dealing similar damage to, like, autoguns, we'd probably be in good condition. I agree, the braced autoguns, by the way, Captain, don't feel good. Oh, they don't have good finesse damage, so they probably wouldn't get it. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense, Attic Line. So let's just, like, look at an autogun real quick and just see how we're doing. So we've got an autogun. Just grab that autogun. C. This is the Mark 1. This is the heavier pattern. So we need to be competitive with this gun, which is actually not that... which we kind of are. Not accounting for the weak spot. So it's the weak spot damage on these that really makes them play. The body shot damage is almost the same as the heavy Stubbers. I propose, simple solution here, we slow down the rate of fire on all the Stubbers a little bit. You guys are going to have to tell me if you like this or not, by the way. But I propose we slow down the rate of fire on the heavy Stubbers a little. Not a lot. We don't hit them hard, just like a little. They'll still feel like full auto guns. Like, this thing's going to feel like a full auto gun, right? Like, we can go into the range. I'll equip it real quick. We'll just go into the range, and I can show you what that full auto would be. And in fact, why am I not using the correct weapon? Come on, game, please. Not the Gorgonum. The Gorgonum's already at 6. So that's slower than this gun already. So I'm thinking we look at this as our model for roughly how strong the ACK list should be. This gun. So this should be the gun that pulls up, right? Like, why do I have to go scroll all the way back down to a different gun? That shit. That's infuriating. Handling for exchange for worse performance feels like an ogre status quo. It does, and I hate it. So I'm going to propose that we improve both the handling and the performance, and that will be fine, right? Like, that seems reasonable. Like, what if we overtop the body shot damage? Like, it seems like they don't want to give Ogren much in the way of finesse benefits. What did Fat Shark break today, Nico? So what if we just give, like, the body shot damage You know, what if we bump the body shot damage to be closer to the current headshot damage and limb shot damage? We just like get rid of the limb modifier or whatever on all these stubbers. And then because they're supposed to be, I mean, they're supposed to be hitting as strong as, they're 50 caliber rounds. They should be good. Like, there's no reason why they are hitting so weakly. So we bump them. Do I have an item sorting mod? I don't. Which is a strange thing for me to not do, to be perfectly honest. I really should. But, like, what if we just, like, bumped up the damage a little on all of these guns? Like, let's go to the Atlas. We'll use the Atlas as our example case here. Didn't update. All right, here we go. Updated. What if we just move this weak spot row over one and then just, like, increase the weak spot row by the 10% or whatever? Yeah, I remember the bolters got stopped by a hand. And I also remember strongly proposing that all bolters stop doing that. I also remember making a whole video about bolt guns needing buffs in some sort of way where they would stop doing limb damage to the same numbers as the old body shot damage. So a simple solution for these: get rid of limb shot damage by giving them penetration on body parts. They should at least have that. That would solve at least half the problem with low damage. The other part of it would be we could improve their weak spot damage. We could literally just shift this row over one, improve the flak damage, and then improve these numbers and these guns by 10%, and we would go, and we would improve the weapon a lot. And this is a fairly fast firing weapon, I think, but we could reduce its fire rate a little bit and improve its accuracy a lot. It didn't update again. Did I just, like, switch the wrong? No, that's just stupid. It's fine. Like, I know it's fun. Bolt pistol's not ass compared to revolver. Bolt pistol is good. It's not amazing. Like, the revolver is amazing, but the revolver is weaker than it used to be due to some changes in the game. Here, I'll show you. I will show you. I will show you the bolt pistol compared to the revolver. And we're going to talk about, we're talking about it from the perspective of Zealot more than we're talking about from Vet, because, like, Vet buffs can skyrocket these weapons into some weird territory, so let's not consider that for a second, right? Let's just not talk about that, because it's going to get too weird. We'll compare them on a more flat platform. Okay. Also, people have no idea how strong the last pistol is. Anyway. So let's just look at my bolt pistol. This is surgical and puncture. 79%. It's, you know, pretty good roll. That's whatever. So if I just take this. 3 shots. Quick and easy. It also will one-tap trappers, one-tap flamers with some bleed, one-tap snipers. It one-taps all the usual specials, right? You can even body shot trappers with it, with bleed. See? Okay. So, good weapon. If you get headshots with it, which is not hard, you can pop gunners pretty typically. Not that gunner, because they're annoying. And then, so it does all of that. All right. It also has the advantage of after 5 meters, you can stagger things like gunners very effectively. Okay. You need full auto mod for last pistol, or you're going to kill yourself. You're going to kill your hands. Like, it's horrible how painful it is. It's just the worst. But if you get the full... So that's why you need full auto mod. It's for, like, 2 guns in the game, 3 guns in the game. Like, this gun as well is really fun with full auto, and it's really awful without it. So you have to have it. Yeah, if you have Ghost on the last pistol, you can use that as a safety stick in Havoc. It's actually really fun. Where's my revolver? Here's my revolver. It's got surgical, hand cannon 4. This is a god roll from back in the day, so we'll just compare. All right, so... Yep, gunners. All right, not that gunner. That still takes 2. So it takes the same number on that gunner. It takes the same number on that gunner. All right, it was 3 shots into this. So if I store up some surgical here, 1. Takes 2. Takes 3 on the bolt pistol. Probably a little high on this, but I've argued that this needs to be nerfed, right? We can talk about crushers, but we're not talking about crushers. And then... Doesn't one-shot those. Neither pistol one-shots those gas boys. You can one-shot body shot trappers with this. You can one-shot body shot trappers with bleed on the other guy. So you're getting about the same breakpoints. Yeah, full auto is a mod. You can see me turning it on and off on the bottom right. It's okay. I use it only for a few weapons. Bolt pistol has more ammo and it has less downtime between shots, so you can fire, reload, and then fire again on one bullet and be in an operable position. They both have good hip fire, but the big advantage to the big disadvantage for the revolver is the ammo economy, whereas the bolt pistol and the lack of utility. The bolt pistol provides a lot of secondary utility with misses. Also, apparently, it can one-shot those guys, which is nice. They both have they both have magic headshot magnetism. That's one of the buffs that we got to the bolt pistol. See? They both have the headshot magnetism. It's called the Afro effect, and they both have it. They have bigger projectile. The bolt pistol buffs included bigger projectiles. Bolt gun and bolt pistol buffs included bigger projectiles and easier headshot hits. So it's got a little bit of that magnetism that the bolt revolver has. Yes, you still have to deal with the recoil issues. But that's exactly why the bolt pistol is good now. I'm not saying the bolt pistol is strictly better than the revolver, but I need to show you something else. So one of the reasons why the revolver was so dominant for so long was the ability to punch through shotgunners. Like, you could shoot through a lot of dudes with the revolver that you can't do with the bolt pistol, right? So, like, 3 guys? Wow, very strong. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You used to be able to shoot through up to, I think it was 6 shotgunners, but it might have just been 4, but this is how many shotgunners you can shoot through now. 2. You can only shoot 2. So if you compare that to the bolt pistol, now, comparatively, right, just like speaking as literal as possible, you can't shoot through more than 1, okay, but the other guys get staggered, right? You have more ammunition, faster reloads. You can only shoot through, like, 1 shooter, typically, with the bolt pistol, instead of 3 or 5 or 6 or whatever. But you get AoE, and you also get suppression. So you have to ask the question, like, how many lined up perfect shots are you getting on the revolver versus how many versus how much value you're getting out of the AoE stagger effect on the bolt pistol when you're getting not the same but very similar performance. And so I would say that, like, the revolver, the bolt pistol is like a slight downgrade to the revolver, and the revolver definitely needs some adjustments on carapace, but it's fine. 2 shots with crits. And people don't think about suppression, but, like, I can turn off whole groups of gunners sometimes. So and I like the bolter more. So there's a tiny downgrade in terms of absolute raw performance, but there's an upgrade in utility and ease of use for certain shots. Obviously the recoil is worse, but, like, in terms of the reload times and stuff like that. So that's why the bolt pistol is okay right now compared to the revolver. The nerf to hit mass on shotgunners was huge because you can no longer just blast through entire walls of them anymore. So it's a reasonable choice. It used to not be a reasonable choice. Also, plus the nuclear shredder vet build. Yes, Dom is right about that one. That was funny. Hey, Frosty, been a while. See ya. And Easy Ranger. Recognize both of ya. Now, let's see. Okay, so we're going to talk about the Rumbler next. I think we want to talk about the Rumbler. So I wanted to look into the Rumbler. And then I'm going to do some testing on these bad boys and suffer my way forwards. Oh, so many people are sleeping on suppression. Suppression is incredibly strong. Let's talk Rumbler. So first of all, let's see what the stats breakdown looks like. 1,000 damage. So nice. Is this the blast damage? Varies in effectiveness against... Yeah, so is this just the hit damage? Like, it's hard for me to identify. Black is 900, so let's just see if that's supposed to be the blast damage. No, clearly not. So if I hit him with black in the back, like at 700 damage, 400 damage. Why? Did I hit his arm? 400 damage. Yeah, I use creature spawner. My health bars mod is broken though, so when I creature spawn things, they don't have health bars, and I don't know why. So Yennefer, if you want to watch me do exactly that, I did it. I did my chat. I posted a game of me beating Havoc 40 with the Mark 12 chain axe and the Shredder auto pistol, and that is exactly what I did with the Shredder auto pistol. It was horrible. I complained the whole time. It's a really funny video, but yeah, that's what I did. It's not good still, but it's very funny. I don't understand why I'm only getting, like, what is the modifier here? Why is this happening? Like, it said I was supposed to get more damage, right? That's 200 on arm hit, which is disgusting. What the hell? 400. It said like 700 damage on flak. Am I crazy? Am I losing my mind? Why does it do that? It says 900 damage to body shot on flak, and I'm getting 400 damage. What's going on? Is this the blast damage? Like, is this epicenter damage, and I don't have a stat for the aimed shot at all? Like, I just have to guess? Okay, I'll check it out. Hopefully that's my problem. Okay. Will this bounce and do damage to him? That wasn't quite what I expected. Butt shot. 400. 700. That doesn't seem right either. 46. 900. Okay, we figured it out, gentlemen. Also, that's really funny. Did you see how little damage I did on the, like, the soft bounce? Doink. Okay, so it's doing limb damage? Wait. Why am I not doing the expected amount of damage?
You should watch Zola.
Oh, come
You
on.
shouldn't. I'm not your keeper.
For this to work, I would need to bounce it correctly so it explodes like, there you go. There it is. Is that a headshot? That was a crit, okay? We're learning trick shots right now. No. No. What do you do here? Not like one time. What did I do? There we go. It's still 7. Oh my god. This gun isn't overrated. It's just really fun, and it's decent. Also, let me show you something. Let me show you something. Okay. So it has a really solid epicenter damage, and it has infinite cleave in the same way that trauma does. So if you have like a bunch of poxwalkers, for example, and you like trick shot this for you, yeah, I'll bounce it off. Cursed. Like wrap it. We'll wrap it so I can show you what I'm talking about. This is part of the effect. It does exist. I evaporated that group of dudes, right? So the infinite cleave effect is why this weapon is good. That AoE is crazy. Did you see that? Damn. Have I covered the grenade gauntlet? No, but we can talk about the grenade gauntlet. The problem with the Rumbler is this. Hit him. That's one shot out of like 25, and it didn't kill the gunner. That's the problem. So, this, cool, awesome, great output. This, what the hell? Why is this even a gun? So that's the main problem with this weapon. Also, I mean, 800 damage is not terrible damage. 400 with follow-up, so that's like, what? That's like 1,200 damage. Plus, I'm talking about bleed, and then I can get rending on this. It can also outright kill these guys.
Stephanie will have more playthings, said Grendel. Yes, 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 yes!
It's not trash. Yeah, one-shots Reapers. So, no, I don't have the explosion radius talent anymore because they moved it. They nerfed Ogren by moving it. They specifically nerfed this gun and I think the kickback by moving it. So salty. But yeah, I mean it's decent. I'm not saying it's amazing, but it's like a decent gun with good utility, and it has some pink mist ability. And good stagger. So, like, it's a decent gun. It's just, it doesn't do kind of what you would hope to do because, like, you need it for, like, this target, and then it doesn't work half the time. Hold on, I gotta reset that because they're kind of healthy, they're unhealthy right now. Oh, I hit him. He lived. You know, but he died that time. That's surprising. So if I hit him in the chest, does he die every time? Or is that just, like, a fluke? Nope, he lived. So there you go. That's the problem with the weapon, but that's also why it's fun because you can pop this dude in the noodle with it, and that's really, really entertaining. And it pink mists the hell out of local small groups of, you know, big enemies. And the bleed talent's effective, so, like, it's good. This is on normal damnation, yeah. I mean, well, you can't, like, Auric doesn't have, so just as a point of order, Auric does not have different breakpoints than normal damnation. If we're talking about Havoc, I could spawn into a Havoc solo and we could test it on Havoc, but I'm not balancing for Havoc right now, right? Yeah, it would be nice if we could have either better predictable explosion placement or just better radius on his explosions, right? Like, that would help. Like, his epicenter fall-off damage is really bad. I got 900 on that one? Wait. But I'm getting, like, much lower on some of these. Can this gun decide how much damage I'm going to do, please? I did 100 that time. It was, like, right next to him. What is going on? 100 damage. $700 damage. It's the leg. 1,000 damage. 99 damage. That's about the epicenter then. Like right at the edge of this line from this dude. It's so hard to aim. That's going through leg, so we're doing limb damage. Okay.
It is a rare war that does not bring opportunity.
Oh yeah, the grenades can take a long time to blow up. They can. That's why I'm bouncing them off stuff. So like, if I skip this, it'll sit for a while. Like, look at how long that took. It looks like it only explodes when it like rolls onto like the head or something. That's so long. Enemies are not tougher than Damnation enemies. They are the same. They are the exact same enemies. They have more spawns. They have more aggressive spawn mechanics. That's it. People have suggested Blessing to make it explode on impact, but I would never spend that Blessing. But they could do it. I think the Adhesive Charge Blessing is way more fun, personally. Skull on there. Hey, I can aerial blast it like this. Hang on. See what kind of damage I get out of that. Come here, nerd. 700. That should have gone through his head, right? So, like, I'm getting limbs. Like, 9... Why did Columnus fall off the meta? Entirely because of the existence of the infantry, the Akatran infantry las gun, which is the full auto ones. They do the exact same thing, but they have infinite ammo. Okay, that blew up right on his head, right? Why am I doing less damage there? Like, he's right here. His head is right there. And I did not do full damage. Wait. It's gonna be really hard to do. I'm gonna try, though. It looks like I made it explode. Yeah, I'm gonna do some lobbies today selling. I'm gonna throw one up. Here's what I think we do to this gun. I think there's a simple solution. Like, I have a simple possible solution, right? What we do is, because whatever is going on here is like, it's not doing the damage Bro, did you see that? That's funny. It like bounced up and stuck to him. I didn't know that was possible. I thought you had to hit him directly. Elmore is driving me up a wall. You have to have the weapon customization mod or they're just a disaster. That should be a thing now. The solution is to simply make it consistent. Yes, it should be consistent. That is correct. Okay, so here's what I'm thinking. Here's my list of ideas. Make damage more consistent by removing limb shots from explosion radius. And then, I don't know, how about... Yeah, I'm going to look at the Ripper guns as well. Maybe not today, but I'm definitely going to do it. And what else do we need to do? We need to... improve... I don't have anything else. What else do I do? I think that's like the main thing that's the problem with these, is like they're inconsistent. So that seems... It needs double the ammo. You could give it more ammo. I mean, part of the problem is the ammo pickups, for whatever reason, are like percentage based, so you get like 2 shots out of an ammo crate. But if you have this veteran around, they just like, you have the infinite ammo. It's kind of a weird weapon that way. I've already tested the Rumbler, by the way, so if you go look, why are Ripper guns so good against the Void Shields? Because Ripper guns calculate their damage on per projectile basis into the Void Shield. Void Shield gates high burst damage, but it doesn't gate individual attacks that are small. I disagree. I think, Mr. 1357, you've exactly specified the exact reason why they're ammo inefficient, is that they are not killing elites in one shot. There's no reason for a mortar round the size of this guy's head to not kill him when it explodes next to him. If that's fixed, the gun becomes good, and it becomes ammo efficient enough. If I can kill 27 gunners without reload before I need to get more ammo, that's good enough, I think. Yeah, they're leftover railings for when they planned weapon customization. That's exactly right. I think, though, and I'm not sure about this, but if you go look at the actual models for the, like, I've got this hypothesis. I don't know if I'm right, by the way. I have to always caveat this, right? But I don't know that I'm right on this. But my hypothesis is that GW just wants things to be exactly like their models. If you go look at the models online, they also don't have rear irons. So I'm guessing that it's just like a weird modeling choice. Yeah, so that's the epicenter rate. So the damage fall off is supposed to start at... Why did I do, like, no damage there? What the hell just happened? Did you see that? Where was my damage? Okay, those guys all got eaten. But the fall off is really steep on epicenter, which is one of the big problems with it. 900, yeah. Another thing we could do is look at buffing the damage into some of these enemies. So, like, if I hit her with this, and she should probably, like, this should probably have died to that explosion, to be honest. That should probably have died to that explosion. Because I only have a few shots, right? So we probably need to look at the actual damage stats on this gun as well. Like, I don't think Tox Flamer, which can be one shot by a revolver round, should probably be, like, gating my giant explosion when I hit it in the face. Also, it's supposed to do 1200 on the explosion, so I think I'm right. Like, if we just get rid of whatever is... The revolver should always trigger flamer explosions. That'd be very funny, and I would enjoy that, so I'd be okay with that. It does with bursters. It's actually a weirdly... there's like a special code or something for bursters. Like, let me spawn one real quick. There's something about Pox bursters that makes them, like, makes rumble rounds explode early near them, and I don't know what it is. I swear to God this happens. Like, maybe I'm losing my mind, but I'll see people, like, shoot the round, and then the Pox burst will run by, and it'll explode instantly. Maybe it has to, like, run into it? I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, that's exactly right. Is if the Trapper doesn't die to the Rumbler round, like, why does this gun exist? But again, like, we're dealing the wrong amount of damage. Like, why is that 900? Why is that 900? It says 1200. It's got to be limb modification, so it must be hitting limbs. So I think we have to do the same thing we did before and say, okay, well, if it's hitting the limb, and it can go through the body, it needs to hit the body instead. Otherwise, this value doesn't actually exist. Because I've mostly seen numbers smaller than this in almost all my testing. So I think we just, like, first thing we do is we tackle that problem, and then if it needs buffs after that, then we look at the buffs. Because I bet you that fixes it. I'd be willing to wager that that gets it pretty close to good enough. Problem needs to be fixed too. Like, why? Maybe a slightly larger radius? I don't think they have any special resistances that are, like, new. 900 damage. Why? Hang on, can I, like, bounce this so it explodes, like, right torso height? That did 1800 to the Mutie. I don't know if Muties have a special stat or not. You'd have to tell me. I know they get certain modifiers for melee, but that was 900. That was a kill. I'm so confused. Yeah, why does that note exist? Like, of course it varies. Like, look at the... 912. I've exploded at, like, torso level, right? Like, what do I have to do to get her to clean up? Hang on. Can I get this to bounce, like, directly in front of her so it doesn't hit her arms or something? 912. I'm trying to figure out why this says that it does 1300 damage, give or take, to Maniacs, but this Maniac is only taking 900. That doesn't seem right. He's not Maniac? Why is he not Maniac? He should be a Maniac. That looks like a Maniac to me, alright? Can we agree that's a Maniac? He took 900 as well. Maniac, but armored. Living Zombie, thank you so very, very much. That's very generous of you, and I appreciate it a lot. Like, really a lot. I would like at least some W's in the chat for Living Zombie for his generosity and support of this channel. Thank you. Okay, so it says blast damage varies in effectiveness against certain enemies. Well, then it gives us the stats for certain enemies. So, like, what is it doing? Tox Bomber is actually just the regular dude. What a silly guy. Okay, but real talk, could we? So even against unarmored, I should be doing 1200. That's great. Thank you, chat, for all the W's for Living Zombie. Okay. So he's unarmored. He's only taking on blast damage 900 damage. Who else is unarmored? That will probably die to the 900. He's flak. Do I have anybody who's unarmored? Wait, I didn't. Hold on. I think we could just test against this dude, right? So, doink. That bounced way too far. Come on. 2,000 damage. Okay, we got 2,000 damage into his body there. I assume body. I don't know. It's impossible to tell with this. My inventory system is busted. 2,000 damage. Why did I do 2,000 damage? Oh, right. Talent pool. I have a talent pool buff against this. Mind you, this has a flak and unyielding, so it's probably that and that. But wait, that makes this worse, because like this guy's full flak, bouncing it. 700, this should be doing at least 9. And with flak, it's not even doing the right amount. Because look, I should be doing 900 plus my 25%. And I'm doing 700. What's going on with this weapon? What's wrong with this thing? No, the Tox Bomber is unarmored. What? The Tox Bomber is unarmored. Maybe he's got maniac legs. Hang on. Nope. This guy's got flak legs, by the way, in case you didn't know. What about his thighs? Thighs are unarmored. Gentlemen. Thigh and face is unarmored. The Flamers have 3x damage versus melee and 0.5 times damage versus range. Okay, that's definitely the modifier. That explains that, at least. Rumbler rolled all ones. So let's just fix that. Well, you can blow up. Oh, come on. Seriously? 2 backpack shots? Doesn't even die. I'm seething. I'm seething. That is irritating. Does he have a modifier against range? Because he took 1,800 damage. Airburst rounds? Oh, that'd be fun. That'd be so fun. I crit. If people wanted a comedic relief class, and here it is. True. This guy became flak at some point, and it actually drives me up a freaking wall. I assume by UP you mean underpowered. And how do we separate bias from reality? Like, I'm inclined to agree, but it's pretty hard to substantiate. Well, I have been aggressively testing Ogren for the last, like, month now. And one of the ways that I have demonstrated that he is underpowered is with my data set, showing that his weaponry and clear times are pretty not good. So, like, most of his weapons have middle-tier clear times that, when they are leveraging Batter as a bleed talent, like, middle tier, like, not excellent. There are a few weapons that have really good clear times into some targets, but have bad clear times into everything else. For example, cleavers have good horde clear times, but they're not good at anything else, really. They're just kind of okay. So that's one basis. There are very narrow, specific builds on Ogryn that are usable at any level of difficulty. So, like, this build that I'm rocking right now is my Havoc 40 build for Ogryn, and it's strong. It's not strong enough to be meta, though. So it's just a strong build you can take and play fun Havoc games with for sure and have a good time. You would run this, you'd run these two weapons. This weapon is about as good as a bolter. Not quite as good, but it's close. The shield is decent and has some upsides, but it's not better than anything any other human class can have. And he is weaker in specific ways, like his dodges are bad, and he gets frame trapped, and he has no escape from game-ending events, like getting frame trapped by a trapper net. And he is just kind of like the problem with him is basically he's just okay, and he has very narrow build variety, and then he's just okay at best. So every other class is really good at some things. Do I think this Ogryn build is going to get nerfed? No, I don't. I don't think it's going to get nerfed. I think that I will win, and I will get Ogryn buffed. I don't know exactly how that's all going to play out, obviously, and even if I did, I wouldn't be able to say. But I think that realistically speaking, Ogryn is obviously in need of buffs, and everybody and their mother can see it. And I've proven it with my enormous sets of data and researches, and I've played like a million Havoc 40 games and Auric games and whatever, showing off how he's bad and where he's bad and where he's good, right? It's not that he has absolutely no upsides, but he has obvious fail points. So that's why I've been making so many of these videos, because I've been trying to show where he's weak. We love no lingering dodges. We do. We love it. Agatha is right. I love it. By the way, Agatha, I saw that you, I'm remembering my name's right this time, I swear. I saw you posted a duo run on Havoc 40, and I have to go watch it. I haven't had a chance yet, but I did see it. Yeah, the comment, so this is exactly it. Frosty Heretic has the exact right statement. Are you the king of control? Well, did I just knock that Ogryn over? No? Well, then I'm worse than a trauma staff at it. Measure stagger, though. You can look at the stagger values. So that's the point, Real Mazard. And I know you agree, and I just trying to address your point that we don't have a good measurement, right? We do have a good measurement. And Frosty Heretic just brought it up. So that's the upshot of chat, is literally, this is not better than Trauma Staff. That is a talent that I have, and it is not better than Trauma Staff. I can use an ability to do what Trauma Staff does every 12 milliseconds. Okay? That was the special push, Nico. That is, you can look at my icon on the bottom. It's now recharging. I didn't knock him over. It's not better than Trauma. And that's a talent I'm using. And now, I'm not saying it's bad. It's a really good talent. It's a really good talent. I just opened up that bulwark. Now I can hit him in the face, okay? Strong talent. Really lore accurate. I love it. I'm not saying it needs to be buffed even. I'm just saying that, like, if we're looking at control, like, let's look at some control options on other classes. Let's just, like, look at some control options, like, real quick. I'll grab, not ping it. I will grab my Zealot, I will put on my Crusher, and I will go smack something, and I will show you what I'm talking about. Oh, the majority of the community don't know what trauma means. I'll show you trauma. I'll go do it. I'll go show you trauma. Unfortunately, I mean, upshot, I know these things, and I mean, I know you guys have seen me run all these games with all these other players who are really top-tier players, and we all know where Ogryn's problems are because we've been doing nothing but playing Ogryn and Havoc 40, right? And it's really exposed where his, like, I'm grateful for Havoc alone because it's really made clear where his weaknesses are. Because his strengths in Auric are actually pretty good. Like, I know he's not amazing still in Auric, but he is pretty good in Auric. Can we just, like, please, like, agree that he's good in Auric? Like, not bad at all. They named it to Void Blast. Yeah, sorry. So, okay, ready? 3 attacks, and this dude is falling over. I can literally just do the same shot. I knocked him over with just normal attacks. I'm just playing Zealot, and I'm just knocking the Ogryn around the same amount of that push talent. And I'm killing him at the same time. This is just a weapon. I knocked him literally over. Alright, so let's do that again. That is a special attack on a weapon. I can just do the same thing the push did, but for free. I can do the same thing that the push did for free. Okay? I got hammer blow stacks, but let's take hammer blow off. I think I got one of these without hammer blow. Hang on. But I mean, I'm doing it for free. Again, this is the point I'm making. Like, it's free, right? I'm not having to do. It's not a talent. Skull Crusher and Trauma. I probably have nothing but Skull Crusher and Trauma. I can go take it off. Yeah, I'll tell you what. Instead, how about I use a Thunderhammer, and I've got Thrust. Here, ready, watch this. That's the same amount of Stagger. It's free! It's free real estate, dude. Just a guy with a hammer. Free real estate. Okay? And obviously, for free with the hammer, I can do this. Now you compare that to the Ogren. I opened him up with my push, and now I have to hit him like 7 times with my shield. Alright, but that's not the most egregious example. As pointed out, the Void Blast staff is actually probably a much better one. I hit start again. Curse me. Got a 2 loading screen when I could just do 1. Yeah, I'm still stuck on the old trauma staff naming, because that's what they like. I don't care what they change it to. I've been playing this game for 2 years now. Like, what do you want from me? That's Void Blast. Hang on, wait. Void Strike. Hey, look. Did you see that? Did you see that? This is the bowling ball staff, and whoopsie, he died in 2 hits at range, and I just knocked him right over on the first one. Now I'll show Void Blast staff is insanely strong, by the way. So this works on Havoc, by the way. What I'm about to show you, this is functional on Havoc, where enemies have like toughness or have stagger advantage. Wow, so much control. Ogren OP. Wow. There's no comparison whatsoever for any other class. Ogren is the most powerful class in the game, with his ability to control the entire game. Wow, Ogren just so strong. What are we gonna do? I know you're not trying to troll, Real. I know you're genuinely not trying to troll. I understand that you're trying to ask a very reasonable question, which is, how do we prove that Ogren is actually weak and it's not just player bias? Right? The question is it player bias? Is it perception that Ogren is weak? Or is it player bias that Ogren is weak? Or is it provably the case that Ogren is weak? And what I'm trying to say, Real, is that I've studied it sufficiently to point out that he's definitely weak, right? Does this knock him over? I don't know. Let's try. Oh my god. Okay, so just for the record, that means I can poke someone with my staff and get as much stagger as a shove from an Ogren. It's funny. That's very funny. I mean, admittedly, that's only 1 Ogren, right? I mean, that's stupid, first of all. That's so stupid. This is the same problem the Antax has, by the way, in case you don't know about the Antax. A lot of people have no idea about the Antax. They've never heard of it before. Because they got the combat axe and were like, this is a lame weapon that has nothing to do with anything, but let me just get one. I think I should have a combat axe, right? Yeah, okay, this is fine. It doesn't even matter. It doesn't even have to be good. All right, here we go. Combat axe. No, it might be too weak. This one actually might be too weak. Or it might be because it's an Ackless. Hang on. I might just change it real quick. Also, we aren't even talking about the fact that, like, there's, yeah, this is Ackless. That's my problem. Hang on, 1 second. Well, we'll take the Antax. And... oops, special attack.
Margrave.
No, they did not nerf the dueling sword in any way so far. At all. Not even a little. It's still literally just goated. You can literally just do this. So that, by the way, the reason he doesn't stagger all the time is he has natural stagger resistance time window. So if you stagger him and he recovers fully from his stagger, he is then resistant to stagger for the next several attacks. Also, just talking about stagger with Crusher, So I get an attack as an ogre that lets me push them over every, like, some number of seconds. Not even over, just I push them every some number of seconds. So, like, there's plenty you can do with other classes. There's so much you can do with other classes. All I'm doing is shoving. Yeah, possibly a little warp charge. By the way, the range on this is insane, in case you didn't know. That's how far away you can do this. I'm hoping we see Ogryn buffs. I think it's certainly my priority right now because I love Ogryn, and I think Ogryn is such a... Like, I haven't played a lot of Ogryn because personally I liked playing Zealot. Like, it's a more intense experience to play Zealot. But I started playing Ogryn more, and I've really been enjoying it. And I've always enjoyed just occasionally playing Ogryn, right? And my view is that we need Ogryn to be more playable as a class. He's too one-trick note to be fun for a long time, unless you just really like the experience. And I think he can be really entertaining, and he's got tons of utility, but he's not living up to his own power fantasy, right? And so, Real Mozart, you've asked the right question, by the way. So I wasn't trying to put you on the spot. I was just trying to explain, like, yeah, the answer to your question is yes, we can prove it, and we have done so. So we know he's bad. He's just not, like, there's a lot of hyperbole on the internet, so people will be like, he's literal shit! He's dog shit! And it's like, he's not dog shit. He's just a one-trick pony who's kind of boring to play and only has a few tools. But most people are underutilizing what he does have in his kit that is good, and so if you get good with him, you can do a lot. But it's still weaker than what you can do if you get good on other classes, right? So that's the big problem. Oh, the Demas Heavy is so good. Demas Heavy is so good. Try the special on last pistol. Oh yeah, yeah, does it? Oh my god. Okay, let's try it. Hold on, I got a last pistol right here. Ah! I'm not seeing it, Yennefer. I think I might be having a different outcome than expected. Wait.
The dead cry out for vengeance. They will have it. You will see.
Sharko just did that assignment. Heavyweight nerf coming next patch. Yeah, people mega underutilized for a shove. I use it all the time when I'm playing Psyker, because especially into crushers, because when you've got 4 crushers, one of them being on the floor is way worse. It's way easier for you to deal with the other 3, you know? And you can do that too, like you can hit one, stagger another, hit one, stagger another, and now you're only fighting 2 crushers. Could you make an argument that Ogryn's survivability, resilience to mistakes compensates for his inability to carry and clutch? Well, if he has such a strong survivability and resilience to mistakes, why can't he clutch? Why can't he carry? Wouldn't the expected outcome of being survivable and highly resilient and having higher mistake forgiveness make him better at clutching? But it doesn't, because there's 2 factors to that. But the big one, the really big one, is when you are clutching, you are the only person who can save yourself from trappers and dogs. And muties, to some extent, muties. I mean, I've certainly been juggled by the odd mutie or chaos spawn or whatever. But if you get frame trapped on a dodge into one of these and you don't have your gun out, or it takes too long to draw your gun to stagger them, right? Because that's one of the problems Ogryn has too, is swap speeds being kind of slow and clunky into certain guns being fired. The lag time there is higher for him on average. It's not a lot higher, by the way. It's only a little. But it's enough to make a difference. Then damage and speed. I don't think he's... I mean, he is slow, and his damage is kind of mid, but it's not that bad. Yeah, well, second system is right. He doesn't have enough toughness, really, except unless he's doing melee attacks. So it's like his passive tanking capacity is outstripped by the damage enemies do, which is for the best, by the way. Because the alternative is that he just walks through the mission never taking any damage, right? So he needs to be able to take damage, but he needs to have resilience against frame trap dodges and other problems. So you really have to ask that question, right? 2 hours ago. Maybe it's active. So that's one of the things about Ogrins that are passive is they have different stats than mobile ones. So if he was active, which we can test real quick, creature spawner. Nope, that's not what I want. Crusher. Executor? Here. Thinking no. Thinking there's nothing. Frame trap. Okay, so when you dodge, okay, at the start of your dodge and at the end of your dodge, there is a time duration called linger time. And I believe it actually works at the start. Someone's going to have to correct. I'll answer the question. Somebody asked about the stims. I will tell you about the stims. Give me a second to answer this question first. So if you dodge at the beginning, I'm not 100% certain of this. I believe there's a linger time at the start of your dodge as well, where you're considered in the dodge state. But definitely, so I could be wrong on that one. Someone can correct me in chat if I'm wrong. But for sure, there's a speed time, so how long it takes for you to get into the dodge, and how long it takes, and how quickly you get out of the dodge state, is a variable that's modified in code. Linger time is also something that dodges have. So when you get to the end of a dodge, how much time you're still considered dodge in the dodge state between one dodge and the next dodge, right? So if you're in a dodge and then you dodge again, there's a split second where you might not be in a dodge, right? So you've dodged and then you try to dodge again. Well, linger time, if you have quick dodges like Psyker does, right? You can dodge twice and you'll be dodging the whole time. But Ogren doesn't have linger time. So when he finishes his dodge and then dodges again, there's a period of time between two dodges where he can be trapped in the frame, right? Because this is all based on your, this is I mean, it's called frame trapping because of frame rate based calculations of things. That's not always how games are done these days, but it's not always how games aren't done these days. So the logic still holds. So, you know, between two frames of events, right? You might think of it that way. Between two events, there is a set of time. Maybe it's 0.1 seconds or 0.25 seconds, like a quarter of a second, where literally he's not in a dodge state, but the player wanted to be. And so you dodged. Oh, you need to dodge again. For 0.25 seconds, you're just vulnerable to everything. So you take damage, you can get hit by a net. Even though you tried to make the input, I want to leave now, you actually end up stuck. You end up stuck in a dodge. You end up stuck, you get caught, even though from your perspective, you were trying to input a dodge, okay? That's frame trapping. And that's something that you can have, happen to Ogren specifically. And that's why you get netted more as Ogren. That's exactly right. So you can actually, if you ever open up the database for the actual game, you can actually literally see how long that linger time is, and it's, I believe, on Zealot has the longest linger time and the best dodges. We shouldn't nerf this, by the way. I've heard people be like, we should nerf Zealot dodges or whatever. It's like, no, I want to be able to move around a Zealot in melee or I will die, right? I don't want to make this problem worse for other characters. I just want Ogren to stop suffering. So if you go check out the, I could probably find it real quick. Let me go look. You guys won't be able to see anything. Sorry. That's how it'd be. Darktide source code, archetypes, Ogren archetype. I believe it's going to be in here. So dodge template Ogren. So I need to go back to our settings. Dodge should be in here. Dodge. Type dodge templates. Okay, so speed curve, Zealot distance, Zealot time, Zealot average speed. Yes, so Ogren dodge distance is 2.25. Zealot dodge distance is 2.75. Ogren dodge time is 0.35 seconds. So that's how long it lasts. And the time in dodge, where's the linger time? Dodge, linger time. Ogren archetype, Ogren dodge template, Ogren. Here we go. Linger time is 0. For Zealot, linger time is 0.25 seconds. So basically, you've got a quarter of a second of extra dodge time, where you finished a dodge and you can dodge and you can't dodge again. Notice how I'm like, I can't quite move again for a split second. That's how long it takes. That's covered by the linger time. So between dodges, I just get trapped. So there you go. That's the answer. That is the answer. So yeah, so Red Panda or Red Phoenix, I had the exact same experience. I was like, maybe I just suck at Ogren dodges, and I was like, no, it's literally different than other classes. And I'll show you. So the linger time on Psyker is 0.2 seconds. Yeah, I can link it. Here, it's just on GitHub. Copy a clean link, I'll paste it. Here you go. You can look at the dodge templates right now. Just go there. This is from the modding community.
Zola is troubled.
And then the veteran would be the default template. It's at the bottom of this one, by the way. So the bottom of that template is linger time is 2.5. So Psyker has a slightly worse one, and that's why sometimes I get like I suck at Psyker dodges. You have to be more precise with Psyker dodges, but they still have linger time. You can still miss a little, and if you do Ogren dodges, you get screwed sometimes. And if you balance by increasing the health pool, to Yennefer's point, making sort of a sarcastic comment here, if you balance, you can't. It doesn't work like that. Because it's fine, because, like, I'll show you what I mean. So, here, real quick. Let's grab this guy. He can hit me. I'm Ogren. You can't do that on other classes, right? So, Ogren is tougher than other classes. But that's not how the game is played. The game is played this way. I don't die to anything until this guy shows up and gets me in a net. Oh. My game is over. I lose. That is a 0-1 event. There is no recovery from that. That's the fundamental problem with Ogren. It doesn't matter how good I am most of the game. As soon as I run into this issue with the dodges, then I lose. Also made worse, by the way, by the fact that, like, these little dudes, I can dodge into them and can't move. I'm just stuck. It's like, Ogren is tough, but it doesn't matter because 90% of the time I'm just not taking damage. And when I do take damage, yeah, I do notice that, but it doesn't, again, all that matters is not getting trapped. That's how you win games, is not getting trapped or dogged. Because disablers are what kill you, and that was true in Left 4 Dead. So the fact that I'm just worse against those means I need a powerful overcomance of that. Eating ration, corpse starch, killing 100 enemies, recovers half a wound and health. That'd be really fun, actually, honestly. Okay, so I have been asked to give a rundown on stims. This one is the easiest stim to explain. It should be fairly obvious. It's the health stim. It recovers 1 wound, and it recovers 1 wound of specifically corruption. So there you go. That's what that one does, and that's all that does. This one, all this does is increase the time at which your ult recharges. Look at the speed at which that is recharging on the bottom right of my screen, okay? That's all that one does. So that one's really good if you have a strong ult, like charge, because it just gives you more charges, okay? Combat stim gives you rending, gives you more damage, gives you more cleave, gives you more strength, gives you all sorts of stuff like that, okay? So it's a really strong ability because it gives you a bunch of, like, firepower. Like, I can show you, actually, specifically. Let me turn these mods up quick. Yeah, Mr. 135, you are exactly right. It's that he needs barge, and I think that would solve a lot of his problems. So, real quick, we'll just demonstrate. So this is just, I'm shooting about 200 damage here with this stim on headshot, you know, on 172 on body shot. If I use this stim, I get rending, I get more cleave, I get everything. 500 damage. Look at how much damage I'm doing to this ogre, right? That's because of the rending, and that's because of this plus strength. Okay. It also gives you more cleave. So strength gives you cleave and damage. That's why strength is better than damage on blessings. Because I can only shoot through, I don't know, how many of these can I shoot through? Let's grab like some shotgunners. And we'll see how many I can shoot through. Assault. It should be assault, I think. Is that going to be this dude? Need shotgunner. Shock trooper. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so let's see how many I can shoot through like this. 2 guys, okay? I'm only shooting through 2 guys. Power has been changed to strength. And I'm trying to remember to say strength instead of power because otherwise new players won't know what's going on. But, okay. There we go. Ready? Let's see. Looks like that doesn't give me enough to get me over the line on 2. From the looks of it. So, shotgunners have enough hit mass that it's 2, but it'll increase your cleave into, like, light troops. Stuff like that, okay? This stim is remarkably useful, and most people have no idea. So, it instantly recovers all of your stamina. Okay, so if you're using your stamina, you're out of stamina. Full recovery on stamina. Reduced stamina consumption. Faster rate of fire. Your guns literally shoot faster. Your melee attacks swing faster. Okay, that's more DPS. Most people don't think about it that way, but that's more DPS. Okay, your gun shoots faster. This is my normal rate of fire. Right? Oh, I didn't reload. Also, faster reload times, since we're here. So I get faster reload times from this stim. And I get faster fire rate. You also, so it doesn't make you run faster, actually. It just gives you better stamina, so you can sprint for longer. Okay. Beautiful, Mr. Toad. That is what I think should happen to Ogryn as well. It would make Ogryn better. It would solve some of his problems. I don't believe it does, but we could go look it up. Settings. Let's see. Stims. Is there something in here for stims? We'll go try to find.
Is there anything more tedious than the chatter of
I don't see stims in here. I might be missing them. They might be under equipment or something. I can't find it. I can't find it, so. Let me show you the funniest thing you can do, by the way. So, I haven't tested. I would assume the raw damage stim would be the better one, though. If you're dumping into a boss, yeah, I would assume the raw damage stim would be the superior stim. Hang on. I just need to take this talent tree, get rid of any of this. I don't care. It's fine. So this will be good enough for the joke that I'm going to show you. It's really entertaining. That's all that matters. It does. I'm not even worried about the damage. All we're going to do is we're just going to show off the funny. Okay, ready? I need to max out this. Oh yeah, that's right. So if you have high perils, it actually increases the rate at which you dispel perils when you have a speed stim. So it actually has like a ton of random advantages. Like it's just good. It's just generally good. Okay, I got my 15 stacks. All right. So what I'm going to do is this. Look at my fire rate. Well, I need to show you the comparison real quick, because otherwise it doesn't make sense. So we'll get speed stim up. So this is the default fire speed. Pretty fast, right? Very fast. Good. Much fire. Wow. All right, and we'll queue this up. I gotta hit an enemy. Speed stim. I have in a game and procced a speed stim with full stacks into a horde, and it's hysterical. It's so funny to do this into a horde. In fact, let's just demonstrate, shall we? It's the funniest game I've ever played, honestly. Like, I was just laughing the whole time. So we'll just big dump all these dudes. I don't even know how many guys this is. Probably like several hundred. Who cares? It's just a big fat target for us to laugh at. All right, I gotta get my stacks up. There we go. That's 2 mags. What do you think? Pretty funny, right? It's not even that bad. Into hordes is actually pretty crazy how much like firepower it gets. And that's not accounting for the fact that I had no blessings. So you have blessings on it that give you cleave and damage, and you just literally just gun through hordes. It's so funny. So if you're ever bored, just take inexorable, take a find speed stims, don't forget to hit your ult because it speeds it up. And then you just giga mag dump, and it's so funny.
Dust.
Oh, that's a good idea. Okay, hang on, I'll grab my auto pistol. We'll full mag dump. I actually don't think the auto pistol's faster, but I'm not sure. I think this one's actually a faster firing gun. Rarity, rating, rarity, high to low. There we go. This is better. Cool. That was the light raced auto. That was the blue one. Yeah, it's a nice alternative to the flamer for specifically horde clear. Okay. We gotta spawn a bunch of poxwalkers, otherwise we're not even playing the game, right? Back to Malding about Ogren. Says. Ooh, latest recon? Okay, hang on, we'll try that too. I don't know if I have one on Zealot, but we'll try. I might not have bothered to upgrade one on Zealot. I gotta clean this up someday. I've been playing mostly Ogren, so my inventory is very clean on Ogren, so I haven't bothered to like spend much time here. So we will not enjoy. We will not get a chance to enjoy like the full damage effect. We'll spawn a bunch of poxwalkers again, so we can shoot into them. Any icons do feel really weird. It's strange on my eyes, too. Alright, so next we need to do this, this. Let's just compare. I can't really tell with this gun because it shoots so fast already. It's honestly already insane. Alright. So I think I have some basic recommendations for how to improve the Ogren. I think somebody wanted me to look at the grenade gauntlet a while back, so I will go ahead and do that real quick. Let's take a look. You know, strictly speaking, Gunlugger gets faster fire rate, so let's just have ourselves one last giggle on the way out the door with the Twin Link Atlas, which is the fast fire rate one, right? So this is Gunlugger. Oh wait, this is Gunlugger with FNP. Okay. Ready? Because he gets a fire rate buff too. So certified recon las gun hater. Well, that's okay. You can hate whatever you want. I'm not sure whether I think it's fair and balanced, but it's not ruining the game for me right now, so I've not really paid much attention to it. That's kind of like my barometer is like, is this bullshit so nasty that I can't even use other weapons because everything I want to kill dies? Then it's not a problem. And the Ripper Guns. We'll talk to Ripper Guns too. Spend a little time. We'll spend a little time today just Malding. Then maybe I'll try to get a game in before the day gets too old. Maybe I'll do the Ripper Guns on Thursday. I'm planning to stream on Wednesday this week, but I'm probably going to do Marvel Rivals that day. So, you know, just FYI. I'll probably get like 15 of y'all instead of like the insanely high number of 150. Okay, ready? Let's see. Stim. Alt. I'm just gonna say, a pyre for the Emperor every day keeps the heretics away. That was very satisfying. That was very, very satisfying. All right, let's talk Grenade Gauntlet and fact. Okay, my boy Grenade Gauntlet here. 25% increase to what? Yeah, fair. Fair. We're gonna talk Grenade Gauntlet today, and we'll talk Ripper Guns another day, specifically. We'll give them our full attention that day. That would be funny, Polyzonial, to like actually hit them for fire stacks. I know this weapon isn't that good, but can I pend one Mauld, please? I only... why are the rest of them fine? Did I kill 2? It's hard to tell. Yeah, let's just do this. Let's see if any of them die. Okay, I technically have a small AoE on this. That's so weak. That's so weak. How's that so weak? That's too weak. Hit attack. I know Cash Crop did like a good video about this weapon at one point. This really needs to be on a shield. This really needs to be on a shield. And I can tell you how you put this on a shield without any trouble. We already have light attacks and heavy attacks. No problem. Just put put that and that into the combo with the heavy shield 1 bash, and then put the light attacks into a combo with the heavy 2 shield bash. Okay? So you chain into heavy, you do a light attack, you do heavy 2. You just chain lights into heavy 2. And that'll get you the sweeps, right? Now, for the heavy attacks, you do this, you do heavy bash, then you do this, and it's just like a bunch of overheads into heavy bashes, and that would feel really good, right? Nice single target, medium target combos. Perfect. Something like that would be fine. I'm sure we could tweak it, make it good, but like just baseline thoughts, right? It is such a cool weapon waste. I don't know why it's not like it should be on tabletop. All right, we don't need to aim this. That's just phase 1. I don't need to hold right click to then shoot it. All that you need to do is put the cursor on my screen all the time and I click to shoot it. Right? Just like even this gun, why do I have to do this to shoot? Just let me click to fire. Click to fire. Click to fire. Click to fire. That's all that has to happen. Just put the reticle on my screen all the time and I just right click and it shoots. Right? Am I wrong? Why do I need why do I need anything else? Okay? That is sufficient. I don't need something special. I don't need this special animation for, oh, I'm holding it funny. Just click, bang. Okay? Cool. Done. Fix the gun. The special attack on the gun only is fine. I wish that Ogren could pick up explosive barrels. That would be so fun. It would be such a unique thing to add to his kit. I think the only reason that doesn't work, by the way, is they're not actual interactable objects. They don't actually move at all. They're not, like, they're just random, like, item spawns. They have no physics. That seems too weak to me. Also, why does the hit itself do, like, fuck all damage? I did 73 damage by punching him in the face with this? That's crazy trash.
More beneath the surface. There is dark thoughts
so
and treachery.
it's Shaz. I will answer your question. So this weapon, okay, is a gun. So in this configuration, this is a gun. If we pair it with the shield as a shield weapon, what we do is we take away this functionality. Okay, we just get rid of it. We don't need it. Who cares? Okay? And what we do instead is when you hold right click, you block. And when you are using this, you hit special attack to shoot. Barrels are people? Oh no, is that true? Haymaker blows up barrels? That's hilarious. So my thinking is the simplest possible solution. By the way, hold on. How's this gun even work? Oh yeah, I gotta turn this off. 1 second. Camera fleet fight off. There. He's free. Oh, I need to reduce the speed a little bit. Too much. Okay, ready. Switch weapons. We look in barrel. We look down barrel. So I have fun. Is that supposed to be like my little tiny grenade? This doesn't make sense as a gun, by the way. Why does this have 4 shots? Like, the barrel is too big if those are supposed to be bomblets. Like, the design of this gun is so confusing. So if those are bomblets, then that doesn't make sense. If they look like they're the size of the whole barrel, so then in that case, plausibly they're stacked on top of each other. So then if they're yeah, it's Shads, exactly. We trade the shield special for just shooting the gun. Exactly. So instead of shield special, you just go bang. And the shield special, so here's my full thinking on shields. Okay, this is the default shield. It has the normal battle maul. We do nothing to it. There's a small group of people who really like the shield plant. And yeah, they're wrong. And they shouldn't have things that they like because they're so wrong. But you know what? I don't care. We leave it alone. We just never touch this weapon again. We leave it exactly as is. And they can go tonk in a corner all day long. They can be happy. They can be happy with their completely useless gameplay style. And I'll let them have what they want. And I won't ruin the game for them. And they can just have their happy little sunshine thoughts as Ogren in a corner, okay? They can tank the Demon Host all they want. Then we make a power maul. And we make a power maul shield variant. You get rid of the shield plant. You get rid of this. This goes away. When you hit the special button, it turns the power maul on. Now it's a power maul, okay? You do the grenade gauntlet version. You hit the special button, it shoots the bullets. Doesn't do this, it just shoots the bullets, okay? And then we do cleaver. I don't know what we do with the special. I guess we plant the shield still or something. I don't know. I have to figure it out. I'd rather not have shield plant. I'd rather have something maybe like a little short dash, like that far. You know what I mean? That'd be fun. Power Maul itself needs buffs on its own, so it should really get like huge buffs, and then it should also get a shield variant. Adding Nade Gauntlet to the shield wouldn't change that. Well, fundamentally, it would give him something to do with his left hand. Also, it would have it would be a shield and gauntlet now instead of shield and melee club. I mean, this thing is so trash, it has no value. Like, why does this exist? It's garbage. Why is it a power shield? Well, canonically speaking, Slab Shield is a plate of tank armor that has been basically just made for Ogrins. So that's why that. But there is actually a power shield. If you go look at the Bullgrin kit, they have an assault shield, which is actually a power shield. So they have a power shield. It's just smaller, but it gives them a 4+ invulnerable save or something like that. So, and that's the one that's supposed to go with the power maul. But since they're not going to probably give us a new model with special effects, because like what you would do with it then is like while you're blocking, it's active and it creates like a force field in front of you, kind of like Psyker Block. But we'd have to have that, right? Well, I don't know. I mean, I want a Power Fist. I don't know when we're ever going to get one, but I really want one. Okay, so I mean the basic attacks, like a buckler. It looks like a buckler, yeah, but it's actually a power weapon, a power shield, a storm shield. So imagine the combo. I'm just gonna show you what I'm thinking. So imagine the combo for heavy attack is like this. You do heavy attack, and then instead of this attack, it does this attack for the second one. Okay, and then it goes back to this, and that would be the heavy combo. 2 chain fixed Ogren would be based. I'm still waiting for a Long Las and Melt-A-Gun myself. Would Storm Shields have an overkey? That would be really fun. Imagine if your block was like extra strong, but only for a duration while it was active, and then it lets you like rush into like combat with shooters and stuff. That'd be a cool way to do it. Essentially looking like, imagine if it was a heat-based mechanic, worked exactly the same as Deflector. Honestly, probably just reuse half the special effects for Deflector, right? Because if you look at the way that looks, you could probably just harvest that to save time. It'd look the same, just about. Maybe change the color, add some extra lightning effects, whatever, who cares? And then, you know, you'd have the Power Maul as your weapon, right? And you'd just activate them both on the same special button press, I think. I mean, technically speaking, there is hold to special, so you could do like hold special for shield and like light special for something else, right? Because this is light special, and this is heavy special. So canonically, like, there is a button press. I hope we get more Relic Blade style mechanics as well. It's clearly the most fun. It's clearly the most fun. Okay, so let's just, like, look through the stats on this real quick. Because I haven't... I don't even know if this is a good one. This is probably not a good one. Pinpoint. Yeah, this is a trash one. The base stats are fine, I guess. Blast penetration is bad. Why do we have a penetration blast and blast radius and blast damage stat and melee damage? Like, it's just a weird weapon. Reinhardt's Shield with Heat. That would be fun if you could taunt for others. I mean, I'd be fine with that too. But even if it was just Deflector for Ogre, and that'd be cool. I gotta go probably go build one of these. Give me a shake, and then we'll talk Grenade Gauntlet, and then we'll do some games. So give me just 5 minutes. All right. I have returned. I am now the proud owner of a drink and a snack.
Someone has the Emperor's favor.
Be right back. Screen is disturbing. It's so I made it using Sora AI. I was trying to do something completely different, and it just came out with that nonsense, and I was just like, this is too perfect not to use. It's just deranged garbage, so that's what's going on. You can only get so much nightmare fuel stuff out of an AI before you have to use some of it. Okay, so I think I don't have any mastery in this weapon, so I'm gonna have to probably do what I've done with every other weapon in the game and like do any of it. I have no mastery, so. Alright. Like, what's up with that thing? We got upgrade instantly. That's hilarious. I love it. I love it so much. It's like practically like bubblegum. What the hell? It's supposed to be like pigs, blueberries. Why does it taste exactly like bubblegum? This blows up my game again, shall we? Buying now costs GPU. God willing, no. Okay, so crafting. Let's first of all oh. Uh-oh. Wait, are we not allowed to sacrifice weapons right now? Because that just exploded immediately. I think I read this in, Okay, hang on. I'm apparently going to need to disable my mods for a second. So we'll do that to start. That's hilarious. Hey, heck. Sacrifice. Oh, so it just crashes the game right now? So I literally, okay. Well, I guess I'll study, literally Thursday, if they can fix it by Thursday, I will in fact. My mic is tweaking? Okay, hang on. Let me know if that fixed my mic. It looks normal on my side, so you'll have to tell me. I can't believe they said next week. That's true. God, Fat Shark, you goofballs. You goofballs. Well, that might just be my filters on my disappearing, because I have some filters to get some of the background noise out, because there's quite a bit of it when I'm on at this time. So if it sounds good otherwise, aside from a few lost words, that's probably normal. It has to do with my exact positioning relative to the mic. So I don't move my head very much when I'm playing typically, so it's not usually a problem. But if I like wiggle around a little bit, it'll just disappear like this. So yeah. It's Fat Shark. Next week is always for them. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. All right, well, hey, I propose the following. We go play a game. I was going to play Auric. But as I can see, I won't be playing Gauntlet, so I won't play Auric right now, but I will play Ogryn today. I'm feeling it. Feeling like playing some Ogryn. So if anybody wants to join me for a game, I'm going to open up a Havoc lobby. I apparently did not beat any Havoc 40 games last week and only beat like a 36. I monitor my own mic? I don't. I don't have monitoring on, but I do have. I can see the audio feed coming through, so I can see what it looks like Like there's like a little icon on OBS that tells me what it's operating like. So that's how I do it. But if anybody wants to join me for a game, I'm going to play some Havoc 36 to start and go from there. Falling off, is it doing it again? Hang on, I'll turn on mic monitoring. Give me a sec. Then maybe I can hear what's doing. It's true, I am washed up. You guys are gonna have to carry me back to my 40 so I can play properly. Settings. Oh, the mic. Yeah, okay, yeah, I'm falling off. It's over. I mean, in fairness, I beat the 36 as a duo, so you know, not bad. But we were trying to get to. I owe JSAT an apology because we were going to do a 40s duo, and I didn't have one, and so we ran a 36 instead, which was just because we were losing games. I was losing games earlier in the week while playing with doing nonsense. So it's just I forgot to even think about the problem. So stupid me. So it is, but I'm gonna have to. Someone's gonna have to come carry me back to my position in 40. There you go. I got an open party finder. Anybody wants to boot up and join me? If you can during this fine hour. Otherwise, we're just going to play with whoever decides to join. I'm sure I'll get some applications at some point. Unless it's just dead right now, which is also plausible. There's a lot of games on the market. Gotta get back up. Were you just settling in for a relaxing time? Or did you mean my funny 36 story? Yeah, for sure. I gotta get back to my 40. If I don't get it today, I will go play someone's 40 and just beat it, and then on Sunday next week or whatever, it'll just roll over, and that's fine. I mean, I'm always doing I do goofball stuff in my Havocs, so I lose more than I would win if I was being more serious about it. But the point and the advantage is, like, I actually get to... I feel like the party finder... It might be region locked, I don't actually know. I'm on NA East. Can't see the listing. Oh, I'm not getting any applications. I might have to go play an org. It might just be how it is. A lot of players today. I got 3rd place in queue. Based on your terminal region. Okay, yeah. Dude's a level 55 psyker. I don't think he's going to be able to do it. Yeah, unfortunately, I think a lot of people feel that the Havoc isn't for them or very fun, but it's honestly all I like to play at this point. I don't really enjoy orcs anymore. They're so easy. I get no thrill out of it, and so I don't really know what to say about that other than that. Like, that guy. We could probably do this bet. Orca. Yeah, I don't know if I know your character name, so if you're gonna hop in here, you'll have to tell me. Orc Exemplar. Yeah, I'm sure he didn't do any Alt F4s to get that. Oh, you're Zork. That's good. We'll do Zork. I'm hoping that's Gamorka, because he asked for a 3rd slot. If not, I'm gonna have to just, like, disband the party. I'll just leave. Well, darn it. Hang on. Uh-oh. You're bathing right now? Oh, you're not... I thought you were joining me.
Do you hear
I'll
the
relist.
call of battle?
Zork, is you? Alright, we'll get back in here. You. It's fine. This person. Zork. Cool. Oh no. Oh no, it's the 2 people from before. Who do I pick? I'm sorry, Sparkhead, you were actually late. So, whoever you are, Not this time. So I'm going to take a balanced party. I'm going to play Zealot then if you're going to play Ogren. And that's fine. We'll have an Ogren. We'll have a Zealot. I'm going to play Thunderhammer. Yeah. I'm the only one doing Havoc. You know, honestly, I'm not so surprised because a lot of people feel like they got into Havoc, right? And then they were like, okay, I got my stuff out of Havoc. Havoc's is definitely too easy if you have like the usual array of like yellow toughness nonsense. And by too easy, I don't mean it's like literally easy. I mean it's easy enough that most people could just sort of squeeze their way through, right? Without learning anything about Havoc. But I can play all sorts of Havoc games and still win with all sorts of random stuff, and I've proven it a bunch of times. So there are some balance changes I want to see in Havoc though. So, hey, high value target, how you doing? I'm about to run Thunderhammer into Havoc if it ever loads. So I'd like to see less gunners in numbers. I think there's too many gunners. I think it's okay that they kill you super hard. Everybody's complaining about how hard they kill you. I don't think that's the problem. If an enemy is rarer but kills you super hard, that's fine. But when an enemy spawns like 500 and they kill you super hard as well, that's not fun. I don't like that. And I never thought it was a good idea. So I think that needs to be changed. All right, we're running this goofy build. So real quick, here's the build. Okay. There you go. This is the Thunderhammer. This is the Flamer. This is the Toughness and the Wounds. All right, cool. We're going to go. The name is Oz Gomorka. Awesome. Excellent. If we get a chance to play, we'll get a chance to play. Now I'm queuing.
Are you ready to serve?
Someone gotta touch console. It's not eligible. I've been hating on gunner spam since it started in Auric, and I still think it's shit in Auric too. I don't mind Mauler spam or Rager spam, although other elites they're not that strong of elites, and it's better that there's a lot of them because they're melee enemies. Crusher and Bulwark spam is bad, and they should be buffed until they're good. Okay. So I want to see their health pools. I want to see Bulwarks deleted from the game, but I want to see Crushers. Usually you have a pending. You have to accept last week's assignment success, and then that's how you do it. So it's kind of one of those weird things. They won't let you do the next mission until you've accepted the prior mission. It's kind of annoying. And then I want to see Crushers I want to see Crushers have like 200 HP. I'm fine with shooter spam. I don't have a problem with shooters. I know they're dangerous and scary, but they should be, and I don't object to that. And I don't lose games that often because of them. I lose games mostly because of walking where I shouldn't walk in front of like 9 Reapers. And actually, more often than that, I just get overwhelmed by other stuff. So like my Auric games loss reasons are almost the same as my reasons for losing Havocs. But I just hate, I hate seeing Reaper and Gunner spam. I don't think it's cool, and I don't think Crusher spam should be a thing either. I think when three or four Crushers roll up on the squad, every single person should be afraid, is how that should work. Like, oh shit, there's Crushers. They've got like, they should have like 10,000 HP and take like 4 hammer blows to kill, and like, they should be insanely annoying to fight. And they should basically be a mini boss fight. Instead, I think they're just kind of like chaff enemies, and if you have a dueling sword, they're practically poxwalkers. So that doesn't really work for me. Fine. I know I'm getting shot. That'll do it. I just needed to get my flamer up, but I kept getting staggered because my build is stagger build. It's not stagger proofed. Yeah, there's a lot of gunners here.
Find that moon, Ogren, while you can.
Get that rotten gunner! Master, see my deeds!
Is it bruising? Well, I was. Should be okay. Dude. Oh. Why did he explode? Did you see that? He just exploded for like no reason. Nobody shot him. He's not even on the kill feed. He just blew up. Stupid dog. Back up. Oh, good. We got that. So we should have enough defensive utility here that the two of us can greed if everybody is reasonably competent. Which, I mean, they look competent. I'm not really worried about that, but the point I'm trying to make is, like, a bubble. I've played games with JSAT where we only had bubble and I was playing Thunderhammer Zealot and we won, right? And harder maps than this, right? This is an easy map. Come this way. Sniper, I can't see him. Put bomber in there, got him. Good, nice. He died of cringe. Cool. I don't have benediction. Sorry, I didn't realize it was pus hardened, or it was goop. So sorry. Try to watch out for the goop, gentlemen. I forgot to bring the thing that makes goop go away. And or lady, I suppose, but probability low.
I'm certain there's another way in. You'll manage.
So we've got an ogre with a power maul, which is not a bad choice, by the way. It's good for control. It does pretty bad damage, but if you've got bleed, it's going to be mostly bleed damage anyway. Such a whiffle bat of a weapon. It just needs... If you did nothing... Okay, so here's my vision for the Crusher, by the way. I have a very simple idea of what you can do with it to make it feel good. Oh, I'm a little off on my knives. So, what you do with the power maul is you make it, when it's turned on, hit super hard and have really good cleave, like practically relic blade damage, or even thunderhammer damage on like the first attack or something. You give it relic blade mechanics, but then when it's turned off, it's just the Indignatics Crusher, the two-handed zealot. And speaking of purity, yeah, that's the one. I always forget the name of it. We need to get downstairs. There's too much shooting down here. That is disgusting that didn't kill him. Use the iron hammer instead of cruises. Maybe I will next time. Oh. That particular interaction is really funny to me. Where you like dodge backwards and just kind of like dodge his grab, but then he picks you up anyway. The Dread Bomber. I didn't mind. Fun now. Dead before I got there. That's fine. I'm gonna reload ammo. Oh my god, I shouldn't have taken that. My bad. Thought I used more ammo than that. That was a good use of that, honestly, with all these. By that barrel. It's this dog. I can't find him. Oh my god! He like dodged like. Oh yeah. So funny story. If you leave screen shake on, which I have done, that barrel was devious. Whoever hit that. if you leave screen shake on, you don't have, which I do not have, by the way, Thy Wrath Be Swift, it will actually make your screen shake more. Like, unironically. Died to a barrel, by the way. Unless this guy gets the sick res, which he could do. He could clutch, I believe. Can they do it? Do we believe? I believe in them. Like, I saw that overhead, like, the millisecond before it happened, and I was like, I can't dodge this, I'm stuck. They got the clutch, though. They got the clutch. They got the clutch. Keep clutch. Keep clutch. Well played. Well played. Well played. That.
Everyone pay attention and group up as soon as you can.
I don't know if they're in chat. They might be, but if they aren't, I'm just going to make sure they saw it.
Getting further means overriding the substat gate. An alarm will sound. Try
That's so
to
great.
be calm.
The barrel, though, is so bad. I have until I'm just gonna keep my health pool as is.
An apothecarian! Respite for the body!
Oh, that heart music switch, though. Did you hear that? So just knocking them over to make space so we can keep moving. My favorite track in this game is still Nightsider. I think it's awesome. This one's really good, though. This is called Gauntlet, by the way. Should have, if I had used Flamer there instead, if I would have had better fortune. Probably. About pacing the team. God. Let's go. Somebody's got a green stim, but we're almost to the event, out of the event. I'll clear maybe. I want Mobians in normal games again as well. I hope we see some modifier additions to this mode, because it's getting pretty stale. I know there's mods you can get to like make the fire go away and make it easier to see things, and I wouldn't have died there if I had seen the overhead coming, but I don't care, because again, for me, the cinema of the game is a big part of the reason why I play it. Like, it looks really good.
Probably won't do everyone in the Enclave, but needs must.
So that should go to our Psyker, but I'll just jab him with it when the fight gets dense.
Medicaid station.
That was such a good one.
The archives are further in, so you're not done yet.
There's nothing to hit. That's actually a good idea, is like increasing their attack speed in normal Oryx, because enemies in Oryx are just so easy to fight. It's really boring. Nice. Did we get the green stim? I hope so. 'Cause I got red. I might use red on boss if we get one. So to my surprise, by the way, the left, the wide swinging one of these actually does a lot of damage. Shotgunners. Shotgunner is actually burning. Conscripts and Havoc would just be a non-stop wall of pressure and bulwarks. Saw that just at the nick of time. I love the light attacks on this. Yeah, this thing cleaves way better than Ogren weapons, and it's really, really irritating. I guess I can take. One of the big problems with the club is it has a 4-target damage cap. So that's a huge issue, and needs resolving. Run after this Reaper. We should back up here. Or fight in this, yeah. Uh-oh. Here's my time to shine. Oh no. Hate my attack. With it. I can't tell if I'm losing health or gaining it. Chaos Spawn go. Oh, God. The timing on that was just disastrous. Thunder does have a cleave damage cap, but it has the ability to get a more cleave, not cleave damage. Well, actually, it might not have a cleave damage cap anymore. I'm not sure. Awesome tail, by the way. That the dude came out and came at me like it's such a surprising pace. All right, hang on. Oh no! Someone poked him in the head instead. Should have let me get it. I can 2-tap him. Gunner, gunner, gunner. How about that reaction time? Come here, buddy. I'll let you guys finish him off. I think I broke his ankle and he died. Local man dies from broken ankle. I know the Iron Helm potentially doesn't have the target cap. Let's go get our buddy here. I could hit his head, he'd die. It's got a really good finesse modifier. Do I want the healing? Yeah, I'll take 1 extra wound. There we go. Oh, too many. Well, I might as well go all the way up then. Just take some damage later. Yeah, it's true. Chaos Spawn is one of the more annoying enemies to deal with this with because of that.
The snarling ceases!
I know that the Iron Helm doesn't have a target cap if you swing powered attacks, but it doesn't really matter because like the last set of targets takes like 50 damage, so who the frick cares really? But you know, whatever, it's fine. The main thing it does is stagger things, and all I want it to do is kill stuff really easily when you thunderbomb them. Like that should always kill stuff, regardless of the difficulty. That should just always kill stuff. Charge. There we go. Oh, why did I stop? Is that the bug you were talking about, the stair thing? I think that was the bug you were talking about, the stair thing the other day. Someone was in my chat telling me about that. I'm not surprised. Reapers, the wall shots thing is more of a problem than it seems sometimes in this game. I hate Snail, it's so boring. I have ammo, I need to spend. Now I'm gonna conserve. Hyper. Thought that was a vet next to me and was actually a little bad guy. I honestly need to take some damage. Playing suboptimally. Scary noise. No. Specialist burst is what's going on here. Missed. I wish that the stupid beast of Nurgle would become any kind of fun enemy at all. It's just not a fun enemy, and I'm really saddened by that. Basically scan, by the way, the Reapers, like they are. And they just track your position, like they don't. Your interaction with them to avoid damage is to dodge. I think I just sprinted through the goo, so I got more damage. Easy. Shield the most, by the way, as a defensive utility. Oh, I'm taking plenty of goo damage. Like, so much goo damage. I can't get out of it. Info when teammates' outlines come back as a feature, since sometimes I just Oh, I have no information on that at all. None. Oh, I am as healthy as I need to be as... oh my god, there's the best. So I have a funny Thunderhammer game where we killed all the demon hosts, but we had an ogre into tank to shield block them. So we intentionally shield baited and then killed all the demon hosts with Thunderhammer. It's really funny. This rocks all the way down. I hope they do something about the fact that the best talent is soften them up, and you can't take it if you take rocks. Oh, I should probably take that med stim. Unironically. You dead? That's fine. The zealot. I'm not taking that. I will drop ammo crate if I need to.
Already dead.
See if the vet will pull those in. That's nice. Double shield, yeah. Oh, you need to not be here. Just got to fight him back here. If we don't make progress, we won't summon anything else. Let me hit him. Slow it down, let me hit him. I keep hitting them, they keep getting my attack. See? They actually are not giving me enough time to hit this guy, so no, not. We could have cleared him already, but whatever, it's fine. He'll die, but... Another problem with the dueling goofball is just how much damage it does to unyielding. Zork ate an overhead. That was bad. Guy. Need to heal some. I don't want to get it. I didn't even get any healing. That sucks. Trying to avoid getting into a position where I take another down. So what I did there, in case you weren't aware, yeah, that was very frustrating, but that's fine. The shield thing is fine. What, did he get stuck on terrain? Like, what happened to him? This guy needs ammo. And you should just take more, take more. Just fill yourself up.
Ammo crate.
Take more. Empty that sucker. I don't need ammo, you do.
By the master, the trapper is dead.
Take it all, dude. Alright, fine, I'll take one.
It's not empty! Kill! I see these, Bomber!
Stress!
Smite that
It should not do that much. It's just a sword. It's not a power sword. If it was a power sword, I'd have a very different opinion about this weapon, by the way. But it's not a power sword, it's a sword. We need to not be where we are.
My wrath is nothing when set against fate! Waste not thy blessed ammunition! Seek a clean shot!
Flamer. That's why I bring the flamer, boys. Ironically, for the thing that Thunderhammer should be like really excited to fight is the big mass of metal coming my way. I don't know what to do about that problem, by the way. But our sword doesn't do the damage it does. That's true, actually. Pile of corpses. There we go, got him. Reload.
I know! Just watch!
Again? We are.
Yeah. A damned march!
Solve that problem too. Stuck in mass forever. Well, I'm lucky not to be dead. I dodged. I was out of dodges. It's up to them. That's where I've kind of grown, like, enthusiastic. I've sort of gained. Originally, my thinking was, okay, the game has changed too much from my original vision of what the Thunderhammer should be. So I kind of think we need to give the Thunderhammer AoE, or we're not going to have a game anymore. Yeah, I died to that, unfortunately. We got pincered while I was dealing with the back, and so I moved back away from those two maulers. I think I could have survived that if I had played differently, but I moved wrong. If I had moved with them forwards, I would have done better. So
Looks like a one-way
it was just my bad. I got stuck on mass, and that usually is a death trap. So
I tear up my poor back.
good news is close spawn. They cleared the horde. We're good. I'd like to see the Thunderhammer get AoE on hit. I think that's the way to do it. Because if you're using the Crucius... Yeah, like the heavy explosion, exactly. You could make it conditional on something so that it's not like all the time, but that's what I would do. I'm not sure how you would make this weapon work with the Relic Blade thing. Like, you turn it on, you're always swinging it in powered state, but like, what do? It's like a single target attack. So, do you really want that? But, I don't know, maybe. What the heck happened there? I think the Crucius especially suffers for it, because like, if I had the Iron Helm there, I could have been hitting those Maulers with powered attacks. Zork is back! Oh boy. Why am I not jumping? Oh, I can't jump in this state? I thought I could jump in this state. Local Ogryn gets frame trapped.
Let's charge those defenses. But
Yeah, I wouldn't want to necessarily see it have damage on the blow. It should just be like AoE suppression and stagger is what I would do. 100%. Oh, I missed the dodge. Blech. Try to throw me off the map. Oh shit. Iron Helm is superior in most cases except for the damage, and I really like the light attacks on this thing. It also is harder to hit breakpoints with. I haven't tested it in Havoc yet. So I'll run Iron Helm next game. Tell you what. I mean, you could give it more cleave, but then I don't know. I kind of feel like what makes the Thunder Hammer is bouncing off something and going kablam, right? So I just lagged, I think. Inclusion, nerf Ogren. Good call, Smoku. You're right. We must need to nerf Ogren. It's it. It's okay. Ah, look at all those knives I missed. That's just sad. I can test the Havoc breakpoints before I run it. I'm not sure if I... Oh my god, I slid! I slid! I was... The stairs, gentlemen. They broke my game.
We are the righteous. Doubt it not. The mutant is dead.
Since Ogren is now just human-sized. He doesn't do any more damage, though. Trapper. I hear him. Tactical health pool reset. It's dying over and over. Should act like a power sword on low hit mass and like an AoE on high hit mass. That would actually be a really good way to do it. Just make all the hammers work like that. You'd have to rework the Iron Helm though, because you'd be stealing the Iron Helm's thunder, so to speak. The Iron Helm's Thunder Hammer. Flamer's kicks breaking your toughness is insane. For how hard they hit. Like, what are they doing? I do like the idea of just kind of reworking Flamer entirely, like, to a new vision. Because it's not bad. Better in Combat Axe? So I haven't personally played it. I'm actually doing a melee tier list pretty soon, but I know someone who has, and their opinion was Rashad is still a really good weapon in Auric, but into Mobians, it doesn't hit the one-tap breakpoint, so you don't get brutal momentum unless you have like a ton of stuff. So you could probably buff Combat Axes a little bit for Havoc, and it would probably not make a big difference. That's my view. So I think it's kind of like, unless you have a very specific build, it doesn't work, so I consider that bad. Wow. I didn't hear that guy coming at all. I'll just go around. I think I could have survived that earlier fight. I think I misplayed. Where I just died just a little bit ago. A little annoyed that I misplayed there, but...
Soul sings for release.
Like, I've survived worse situations for sure, so... I mean, in Auric, it's like, it's an S+ tier weapon. It's so strong. Like, I think it's literally just this particular modifier in Havoc. You don't hit the one-tap breakpoint on Groaners, which are these, or on Mobians, so... I would have got trapped there because I didn't have a dodge in the chamber. Got him. Worth it.
Service unacceptable.
We got stuff to move.
There are answers in this place, but you will require your auspices to find them. What are you waiting for?
By accident. Sorry, I'm a little used to moving in a way that most players aren't because I'm playing so much with JSAT. But like I can maneuver in a way that's atypical. Ow. Except for through Mobian dodge tracking. That coming for my nuts, and I was like, I'm gonna die. I mean, I'm gonna get a health buff, obviously. I not healed? Zealot moment. Now I'll probably want to heal, but I probably won't get the chance, so. Did we get it? We got it. Seething. Oh, that was still active.
This is a suitable location, Barnets.
I somehow just knew in my heart of hearts that that was going to happen. Problem. See, when the game had a lot less melee elites, is the attack level power of the champ? Well, I don't turn off those effects combine, and I don't have thy wrath be swift, so I get extra wobble. In theory, there could be a force hammer. Like, that could be a thing. They just have to make one. It's part of the lore. Just pick up my monitor literally, physically, for added effect. Alright, I have until again, so I did fine. We should circle for our dude. By like a sliver of health. Thank you. The reason is you can't really make effective use of the hammer into elites without FOTF, which I think doesn't make sense, like, as a weapon design. Like, you shouldn't be reliant on an ability for it. So, like, the game has changed a lot since the olden days. That's one of the major flaws of the weapon, is you need FOTF because it's too slow otherwise. Killed it with a puff of my fire, which is hilarious. Dick rig? That'd be sick. I'm getting the Ogre in first. I think I can get him. Nope. He died. Take a lap, if I can even do anything. What? I can't move.
A glorious sight!
3, 4, 5. 1. Nope, I can't. Oh. Give me 2 seconds, gentlemen. Yeah, so I mean, like, what would I do with the Thunderhammer? So, like, the Thunderhammer is kind of weird. Let's look at the... I didn't get a chance to look at the data, so let's look. So, damage-wise, the numbers are there. Aside from a couple of bosses that I wasn't allowed to hit, I'm like, obviously the boss damage is huge. And that's fine. It should stay big. I'm not really worried about that. I did fine into elites, damage-wise. Looks like I killed a lot of Ragers and Reapers and Gunners and Bulwarks and, like, all this stuff. Crushers. Killed a lot of Crushers. So the damage, melee weapon damage was there. Obviously, I took too much damage that game, but that's not typical. Like, that's kind of just like I was playing badly kind of situation. I was playing too aggressively without enough caution. I probably should have leaned on my flamer a bit more, judging by this. I got decent condition damage. Obviously, Celiphaeus is going to be doing very well. How much time do I have? 1 sec. Checking time. No, I don't have enough time. RDI is getting your game out.
Communication systems are operating at 63.7% efficiency, well above tolerances.
So I appreciate the game, and if you did catch my scream, I appreciate it. Thunderhammer is not bad, but it's not that. But it does suffer into specific situations. I want to try the Iron Helm because the Iron Helm might change my opinion about how we buff the Crusher, how we buff the Crucius. Because I kind of like the idea of like low hit mass cleave, high hit mass detonation, just on both. And that could be very fun. It's level 696. Time. Yeah, that was a fun game. I think... Okay, so I think... Let's just real quick, just out of curiosity. Because I should have 20 minutes, right? So if I take my big old Crucius, my perfect Crucius, turn it into a perfect Iron Helm, I have to turn off the skin. Otherwise, like, how will I know? If I go into solo play, if I go into Havoc, play Havoc, and we're going to check the breakpoint on the Iron Helm. Yobyron is exactly correct. The problem with Havoc is hit mass can make certain weapons no longer able to cleave properly, making it very difficult. Twitch, you were Maxim? Okay. I thought you played very well, so let's just start there. I think that
must locate a concealed establishment. It is
What did you have for a
my
melee
theory
weapon?
that
I
this
didn't
can
catch
be
it.
done by
So tell me that first, and then I'll give you one other. I'll give you 2 tips. I think your build was good. I didn't notice any strong weak points. You didn't die any more than I did, so I don't get the impression that your gameplay is that bad.
Follow the
And
agency's instructions
what's Thunderhammer dumps at?
precisely,
Defenses.
varlets. Do not embarrass me.
Let our faith set an example.
missing team buffs and hitting a special or elite at all is worth a lot. That's true. And breakpoints are not everything. Power Sword 6. Okay, so you had a low mobility weapon, but you had the ability to fight into hordes and fight into crushers. Yeah, the talking is really annoying. That's the worst. My personal take was that I didn't see any obvious... So I didn't get to watch your game. So if you recorded it, you can send me a link and I'll look at it for you if you want. But my personal take is that you did fine. Like, I didn't see any glaring holes in your gameplay. One thing you might look to improve, the lag was tough. Oh, you're in the EU? Yeah, of course. That part's going to ruin you. That's if you got lag into Ragers, it sucks. You might look into movement on the gauntlet. So there's a trick for the gauntlet where if you just shove, don't attack, shove, no push attacks, you do shoves and you dodge sideways and you keep your back to one wall as you move, you can actually go through the gauntlet in the midsection really easily without getting stuck on dudes. But if you do get stuck on dudes, someone has to call that, so you can talk in voice chat or whatever to summon help. Notice I turned around a few times to try and see if everybody was making it, but sometimes they got distracted. It's hard. So, okay, let's talk over an Executor. Hit me. So, it was a headshot and was not a kill. Maybe it was a hand shot. Let's try again. That's with Duelist, mind. That said headshot, right? Maybe. Yeah, I think you played very well. I didn't have any objections. I think we would have cleared that if we had time, and I just apologize that we're out because I would have run that back. I made too many mistakes that game, so. But I've been playing a lot of other games this week, so I'm a little rustier. Am I missing my... Okay, hang on. Am I missing my thrust stack buildup? Hang on. I have shoulder. I love the overhead on the Crucius. I think it's so nice. The number 7, I appreciate your feedback to our friend. I don't see why my opinion's special. I mean, I guess I'm the funny YouTuber, but like that's all. I think everyone in that game played very, very well. I think I actually was the weakest player in that game probably. I made too many mistakes that cost. The Psyker clutch was sick to watch, by the way. Well played. Okay, so it takes 2 hits. That is headshot, 100%. Body shot does not hit the go. Did you see that? It was like super late. I didn't see what broke that barrel. Maybe we can go back and watch. It could have even been me, but I don't think it was me. Why did he die to that one? That was just a hand shot. What just happened? It's so scary being the last one to Psyker, because you're so squishy, but you did really well. It was great to watch. Okay, so I can get thrust overhead, you know, 1 taps. But Havoc Ogrins do not die. Getting frame trapped by the windup on the overhead while your dodge is on cooldown happens too fast to stop it, but slow enough to see it coming. Yeah, that's exactly the worst thing. That's the problem with Ogren is you know you were what you wanted to do because you had the reaction time for it, but Ogren doesn't have the reaction time for it. You're like, Jesus. This could be interesting though, because like, alternatively, compared to like the what can I get a Mauler kill? Net Renegade Executor. That's a problem. That's a problem. Yeah, probably crit. You're right. What? Oh. That's body shot. Hang on. Need a little more space. These are harder to hit in real life. Nope. That was definitely full stacks. Okay, so we need to buff Thunderhammer. Again. We need to buff Thunderhammer harder. We need to buff it again. We need to buff Thunderhammer again. Oh, this is nice. There is absolutely no reason in my mind why I shouldn't be just one-tapping this guy. Jump full swing could be more reliable. You're probably correct. But I don't like to jump in my swings. Like, if my feet should be planted. Fine. Yeah, so its gimmick is empowered attacks through hordes. That's its gimmick, but I mean, like, I know. So just for clarity, this is Havoc 40, so the breakpoints here are different. But I'm rocking 5 stacks of martyrdom. I'm getting duelist, and I'm not getting hit one-shot kills. That's silly. The way I see it, this weapon at any difficulty level should be rocking and rolling one-shots on its overheads, unless we're going to change the mechanics entirely of this weapon. So I think I'm going to recommend some additional buffs to this thing to make it good. I'm not saying it's bad, but here's the part of the equation that's really important. It doesn't matter if I overkill with this. Look how long it takes to get another attack in. This one's the Iron Helm, by the way. So the Crucius, I will try the Iron Helm in a proper game next week. So I will run the exact same build, and I will do the Iron Helm. I will also do a Grenade Gauntlet run on Havoc, and I will do both on Thursday. So just come back on Thursday, and we'll try it out. Thammer, Force Thammer. What if they made Stagger bypass hit mass, top of staggering? What does that mean, Yo Byron? Explain. How's this empowered attack for Mobians? Oh, good question. Newly infected should... Okay, I have to rerun my solo. Hang on. One of the things we have to remember when we make suggestions, not that I disagree with suggestions on this front, is it's almost certainly harder to do a rework on a weapon than it is to do a stats increase on a weapon, right? Because I've shown you guys this before in other streams. If you haven't seen it, that's fine. It's just JSON data to buff, or I'm sorry, not JSON, it's Lua data. It's Lua. It's just numbers inside quotation marks to change a value for a weapon attack. But adding a function to a weapon requires you to either have that function programmed or and just like leverage a copy paste or create a new mechanic. And so the Thunderhammer would have to be redesigned a little bit if we wanted to add Relic Blade mechanics, and I don't know how you would do that. So that's a bigger ask than something like, I want Thunderhammer to always kill Crushers on one-hit headshots, right? That's like, okay, we just need to know the number for that. And overkill shouldn't be a problem. Like, it'll just make the breakpoint easier on lower difficulties, but who cares about that? I think it's too weak as it is. Alright. Hang on. Looks like I got through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 guys. I don't seem to be doing a lot of damage. Oh, yeah, I mean, do some hit acting stuff. I mean, I think there's even blessings for it, like shock and awe. I find that thrust gives me enough cleave to handle most things. Like, this is havoc, right? So let me show you what I mean. 1, 2, 3. So this is just thrust. I hit all 3 of these maulers. So I don't think the hammer is suffering too much. The problem... How does that compare to a charged power sword? Like a relic blade? In terms of cleave or kills? The kills, I don't know how many you can cleave, but a lot more with different blessings and stuff. It is very effective into Mobian hordes. One of the problems I see with this weapon is I can kill one guy. I can't even kill one guy. So, like, I need to be able to kill at least one guy. I know I'd have no martyrdom here, but, like, still, like... Okay, let's say I was running an inexorable build instead, which I should have right here. Let's say I'm running an inexorable and I take my Thunderhammer out for a spin. Like, I have no way to get a one-shot? Is that how we're going to run this weapon? Like, it can't one-shot? Like, I'll... Also, second... It's going to be second hit, so I got to hit him. I got, like, to... Hypothetically, best possible damage. That's still not enough, right? So this is the best possible damage on this build. And then, like, I might be able to get a crit from Blazing Piety, and that might drive me over the line on one shot. So we can check that. We can look at crit real quick. Blazing crit. I think I even have a Thunderhammer equipped. So, hang on. We'll have to do some killing to get enough crit chance. Keep in mind, this weapon is not has easier breakpoints on havoc, but I'm kind of feeling like if we're gonna have a single target weapon that takes so much time to line up, it still needs to hit harder. And like one of the concerns is like it's too easy to get one shots, but I don't think that's a problem for a weapon that's this slow compared to so many other problems, right? The Crucius is easier to hit one shots. That is correct. God. See you in a century, apparently. That took so long it actually fell off. Gotta get 20 stacks, 25 stacks. Five stacks. Okay, let's get up an executor in here. The question is, oh, it fell off. I can't even do it. It falls off before I can manage it. Like, I would have to be so fast. Hang on. All right, so we gotta spawn this guy and this guy and this guy and this guy. Because I'm going to need several targets to get a crit. And I have to go kill a bunch of little dudes so I can get my crit built. Which I will do with a bolt gun this time, because it will be way faster. Comment says, think regardless how many enemies you bleed, the biggest thing will feel bad is the end target stagger. Hitting a bunch of dudes won't matter. Your second and third stagger damage sucks. True. Fall off time on this. Okay, wait. I gotta reset it. Okay. That was a crit, but he didn't die. That was a crit, but he didn't die, and I'm out of time. Okay, so I know you can maintain better uptime with this than what I'm maintaining, but give me a second to try and get this again, apparently. 14 kills. This guy's already been hit, so that's just a maintenance one. This guy's already been hit, that's a maintenance one. This guy has not been hit. Hit him again though. So I have to get a clean hit with a crit on a guy for the first hit. I got a crit, it wasn't a headshot, he didn't die though. So, I mean, the way I see this is like, okay, the Thunderhammer is the one-shot king of the game. It takes a ton of resources, you need thrust, you need to do the special attack. If we're not going to rework the weapon, it should probably just, like, always one-shot on heavy full stacks, regardless of my, like, blessing pool, my talent pool. Or with very limited amounts of my talent pool. Like a crit should do it from the Blazing Piety stack, from a couple of levels of Martyrdom should do it, like a couple of Inexorable stacks should do it. Like, it should be easy to drive over the line. And then maybe we can look at enhancements in the future. I want to see, in my opinion, I want to see... So one of the big problems with the weapon as well is, like, this is... I'm going to go into the Psychonium. I've got 1 minute, so hopefully I've got time. And then I got to go. But on a completely unrelated note, I put together a whole thing on Ogre buffs. Oh, Agayek, I will go take a look when I get a chance. I've got a bit of a busy evening planned, but I can maybe look at it the next couple of days. So I'd be happy to read it. I would love if they took away thrust. It doesn't seem like they're like that's gonna happen, but I hate thrust. I hate thrust as a blessing. Yeah, if they did a heavy 3 being good on Iron Helm, that'd be cool. I mean, it's not good, but...
Say what you must.
Okay, so real quick, just show you this. So, keep in mind, this is an Iron Helm. Okay, this is an Iron Helm. Actually, we'll just do this with the Crucius, because it's the stronger one, right? Crucius is a stronger pattern. It's my stupid build. This is my stupid build. Okay, cool. So we'll grab the Crucius and I'll show you what's bothering me. System. Okay. So Crucius. Hit mass is how much mass an enemy has in a calculation and how thick they are. So this guy has less hit mass than this guy. Okay, so... Hang on, I need to take some damage real quick. Spawn. That's not the right enemy. Someone beat me up. You, beat me up. Beat me up real good. Okay, done. Perfect. Okay, watch. Just like, watch this. I have 5 martyrdom stacks. Did I finally get... Can I kill him? Oh, I can kill him. Okay, cool. I can't kill him. I might be able to kill him. That's light, right? So, like, this is a problem in my view. Like, why do I have light attacks that can't kill light elites? I don't know. Can I kill this guy? Yep. So 5 martyrdom stacks is required. But if I take, like, if I swap to an inexorable build, I can't do it. So, real quick, like, we'll swap back to that inexorable build that I was running a second ago. There. Load out. Thunderhammer. So, like, I have to have a bunch of martyrdom stacks. I can kill him. And I can kill him. Does that mean I can kill shotgunners with the light overhead? But not ragers? Not ragers. Stacks of buffs. It looks like I can get these guys. So that's like... No, that's not right. So, like, that's the problem, right? Like, I'm threading the needle on getting certain breakpoints here with powered attacks, when I'm honestly better off just using normal attacks most of the time, and that doesn't seem right. Like, if I'm going to do this, and I hit this dude with a light attack, he should explode. Just, like, outright explode. Yeah, minus 18 HP. Exactly. So it's like, let's just make this stronger. If it's going to be slow, then it needs to overkill. If it doesn't overkill, then it's fine. And that should go for Havoc, too, because it doesn't matter. Because if it takes me... This weapon is linear in its kill times. No matter how hard you make this thing hit, I can only kill enemies this fast. No matter what. You can make it do like 1 billion damage, and I can only kill enemies this fast. Right? And then the bigger enemy is only this fast. It doesn't matter. So that's like basics 101 of making the weapon good, and then 102 is like we rework the weapon to make it good. And I don't know exactly how to do that. All right. I'm over by 3 minutes. I have enjoyed chatting with you all. Thank you all for your time and attention. I hope you all have a lovely day. And I will be seeing you around. I'm doing a special stream on Wednesday in the afternoon. I'll probably be doing Marvel Rivals, so I'll probably only see like a third of you. But I will still be happy to hang out with y'all. Have a lovely evening, everyone. And I will see you on Thursday for some Iron Helm runs and some Ogren Grenade Gauntlet runs.